balls in your mouth, balls in your mouth, balls in your mouth. Don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. Balls in your mouth, balls in your mouth. Don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. Balls in your mouth, balls in your mouth. Swim in the ocean, you'll have balls in your mouth. Go ahead! Balls in your mouth, balls in your mouth. Don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. Balls in your mouth, balls in your mouth. Don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. Balls in your mouth, balls in your mouth. Don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. Balls in your mouth, balls in your mouth. Don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. Balls in your mouth, balls in your mouth. Don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. Balls in your mouth, balls in your mouth. Don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your
What's up?
What's up?
Boochcast fans, listeners across the internet, radio waves. This is Vinny Bucci, aka the Booch, and this is that time again, once again, yet again for the Boochcast. What's up, everybody? It is Monday, October the 3rd, 2016. It is high noon, and not only are we starting a brand new week, it's the start of a brand new month. And holy shit, we are almost to the end of 2016.
Already, ladies and gentlemen.
We are already 2 months away from the end of the year, and 1 month away for what could potentially be the end of the world. But that's another story for another day. He doesn't know what I mean by that. Okay. To interpret end of the world. What are we doing in November?
Okay.
What's everyone going to be standing in line for?
Sorry.
Thank you.
I had to think.
Space cadet over here.
Shut up.
All right. Okay. But yes, and so, yeah, but that's another story for another day. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday. Now, it's a special Monday because we've got three major things going on today. Number one, we're going to be doing a recap of TNA Bound for Glory. Number two, we are recapping the 4th season of Arrow in preparation for, this is your preparation, ladies and gentlemen, for Wednesday, because season 5 of Arrow officially comes on television. So, this is our final recap. This is going to be the recap of Arrow in preparation for that. And the best part, so I should caution people out there. Some of you have not seen season 4 of Arrow, and you don't give a shit about spoilers. We welcome you. Some of you may have already seen season 4 of Arrow. Well, you get to take this journey with us today.
Yep.
At the same time, I met a couple people who have yet to see season 4 of Arrow because they're waiting for it on Netflix because they don't want to be bothered with commercials. I understand that. I should caution you. When we get to the season 4 of Arrow, it's not going to happen yet.
No.
I will give you guys the opportunity. We'll probably take a little break. And during that break, you have the option, if you don't want to know anything about season 4 of Arrow, to leave the show. That might be your point, to shut the show off and stop listening.
Yep.
Now, as I've said before here, very rarely would I ever encourage my listeners not to listen. But I'm just saying, if you don't want spoilers. Because, see, I didn't worry about season 3 because it's on Netflix. If you haven't seen the first 3 seasons, that's your fault. That's your problem. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So, but if you're one of those people that's like, don't tell me what happened, even though it's already happened. Don't tell me what happened. Don't listen to the season 4 recap if you're not prepared, because I've got news for you. I'm spoiling the whole damn thing today. There will be spoilers.
In my opinion, everybody, season 4 by far is the best season. I had a very
Zach's been waiting for this moment.
Yes.
Which, by the way, that brings me to the third moment of the third big thing is that today, here on the Boochcast, he's back again for the fourth Monday in a row.
Yep.
But this is also going to be his last Monday.
For a while.
For a while.
For a while.
For a while. After this, you're not going to see him for a while.
No.
He'll be back eventually, but
Yes.
a little bit down the road. So this is his
Yes.
first weekly segment. And he's, of course, a good friend of mine. Fucked in the head severely, but I like him anyway. And, of course, he is the guy who is the reason I even watched this show to begin with. So I bring him here for his area of expertise. And you can rest assured when season 5 comes to an end, he'll be back here again and we'll be talking about it. Whether he'll be back between now and then remains to be seen. But
maybe, guys. Maybe.
that's the definite when you're coming back is when season 5 ends. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very annoying Irishman, the man that is now known as the Spots Monkey, Zach Scott.
Hi, how's everybody doing today? I'm a little tired, but I have my cup of coffee. Yes, we are talking about season 4 today of Arrow. Yes, we're talking about TNA Bound for Glory. It was by far one of the strangest things I've ever seen in my life in all the years I've been watching professional wrestling.
Dear God. There's some fucked up shit on the show.
That
I'll tell you
was
that.
some really fucked up shit. We were going like, follow my head here, going, It was weird. Was it great? It was fan-fucking-tastic.
Halfway through, there's the number one thing we were all saying throughout this entire show is,
What
the fuck
is going on here?
No, I was like, what the fuck are we watching? That's the question we've been asking.
Frank was like,
We looked for Frank and I looked at each other like, I looked at you, I looked at Frank, I was like, the fuck are we watching?
Amen, brother.
I mean, we can't wait to jump into this, but before we do that, of course, we also have Broken Gator will be on the show today, and as we've been mentioning, I do have to plug this really quick. I have to do the plug. This Friday on the Boochcast will be part 2 of Battle of the Shits. This Friday, the Battle of the Shits.
Battle of the Shits. I'll be working, so I can't watch it.
You remember the first one. You remember the first one, right? Okay, well, for Zach and for the new listeners out there, because I know there's quite a few. Ashtray, sorry,
guys.
There we go.
We can't ash in his mom's house. Okay.
Well, yeah, we use that. That's my backup one. I fill it with water. That way, when you're done with it, you can just drop it in, and it's guaranteed to dissolve.
There's no smoke
fire.
and getting in the way to get. Okay.
You can smoke in here. It's not a problem.
No, so you talk about Battles of the Shits.
Yes, Battles of the Shits. Here's how Battle of the Shits started. Okay. It was, as you guys know, in addition to Gator Ricky Ross, who had recently joined the show at the time, we also have a guy who calls in a lot, and it's the executive producer of television for WWE, Kevin Dunn.
The fucking asshole.
Kevin Dunn, yes. And Kevin Dunn, who has called in a lot and has been very arrogant. At one point, Gator Ricky Ross went after Kevin Dunn.
I remember you telling me.
And they decided to have they were doing a Battle of the Shits. Now, of course, I called it that because usually when you face somebody in trivia or you face somebody in a mental game, they usually say, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
Vinny, I challenge you to the battle of wits.
And unfortunately, you came unarmed. So anyway. See
what I have to deal with here.
What you have to do. Fuck you. It's my show. Fuck you. It's my show.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, my point is, when we did that, so we called it the Battle of the Shits. Because it was just like, it would be funnier, and both these guys are crazy shitty.
It's fucking insane. That's what it is.
So basically, I came up with 5 questions. Desmond came up with 5 questions, and we challenged them to a battle of trivia. And Kevin Dunn emerged victorious.
That's how he became.
And now Gator has been broken, as you guys know. As he calls me Brother Anthony, because
unfortunately he fucking calls me Spot Monkey.
Yes. Yes, he is now referred to you as the Spots Monkey. He knows you have no soul because you're a Spots Monkey. He didn't even know you were Irish, so just the fact that you're ginger on top of it when you were saying like you have no soul because you're ginger. He didn't even know you were ginger. He just wanted to call you a spot monkey. So the fact that you're ginger just added, and you brought it up. No one brought up you being a ginger, and you said ginger. So you fucked yourself that time.
Oh God.
He just called you no soul because spot monkeys have no souls. Because they are spot monkeys. You know, so but more on that later. So anyway, they had the battle and Kevin Dunn beat Gator. So now Gator has become broken. Well, now Broken Gator challenged Kevin Dunn to a rematch, and Kevin Dunn has accepted the challenge. And we've now set the date this Friday on the Boochcast, 1 p.m. at 1 o'clock. So that's the time to tune in. Friday at 1 o'clock will be the Battle of the Shits. Broken Gator Ricky Ross versus the champion, Kevin Dunn. Kevin Dunn, who is our current champion. What are you pointing at?
Lid.
You need the lid?
Let the cover up.
Okay. All right. I don't know why he did that, but okay. But anyway, yeah. So we got that going down this Friday. So I wanted to plug that. And also, of course, the one thing we do here on the show is we're going to start off with the weekend recap. So, Zach, anything special happening this weekend?
Not really, just work. I work every weekend. I don't take time off.
Nothing happened at all, just that? Okay, cool.
Yep.
No, it's fine. Just want to make sure.
My Bulldogs lost for the last 4 seconds of the game.
All right, so here's what yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I mean, like, look.
They
lost.
Yeah.
They won in 4 seconds. It was against my team, but no doubt that was actually.
I just found it funny that at the University of Tennessee that their team is called the Volunteers. I thought that was kind of fucking funny. So we fucked with it. Like the Bulldogs lost to a bunch of volunteers. There's a bunch of people going, can I play football? I want to play football. I want to play the ball. I want to play the ball. And then it's like, and then they win the game. It's like, well, that was fun. That was fun. Now I gotta go back to work. Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. Can I take your order, please? Well, they are college students, so some of them might actually have to work to pay off. Not student loan. They might not all have scholarships, so some of them might actually do have to go back to work.
But I thought that's one.
So technically, yeah. And the Broncos, yes, destroy, delete the Buccaneers. Yes. And then, of course, he's excited because next coming Sunday is the Broncos versus the Falcons. And
I think that's going to be a hell of a game.
It's going to be a hell of a game, especially when it's in Mile High Stadium. And the best part is, and the thing is, in Mile High Stadium, a lot of players, they usually have to have oxygen tanks because they're not used to playing at that kind of level. And the best part is that the NFL doesn't have to supply them. The Falcons can bring their own from the house. And I say that because I found this out, and I wanted to ask Lance Goodman this question, but I never got a chance. Okay. And Zach doesn't know. And Lance Goodman is the NFL exporter. He's like my football guy. So I'm gonna next time I bring him on, we're gonna talk about this. But the Falcons actually have. This is not even a joke. This is just a fact that came out in the paper. It came out in the news. They have the oldest roster in the NFL. Like everybody in there is like their late 30s, early 40s. Some of their players. So I find that interesting. I'm not even making fun of that. I just find that cool. The fact that they can win games when having the oldest roster. So, because technically these guys aren't really like old and feeble, but compared to the average NFL player, they might as well have AARP cards. And I'm just saying, this is, you can't get mad at me. These are facts.
Keep it up.
I'm delving into facts.
Keep it up.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Keep it up.
That's what their wives say.
Oh, fuck you. But I'm trying to make a bet with Vinny Bucci here, guys. And he will never fucking do this because he's too much of a wimp to do this. Say the Falcons win. I was going to get him to wear a Boston Red Sox cap and take a picture and say, I lost a bet. I have to wear a Red Sox cap.
I can't do that I cannot in good conscience do that because I could never go back to Jersey again if I did that. I could wear a Mets thing, maybe the Mets. I could somewhat squeak by with that, but I can't do Red Sox.
Or you wear Dallas Cowboys.
and then my father would disown me, and I can't have my father disown me. He's very crucial and beneficial at this point in my life. Maybe when he's maybe someday when he's 80 years old and he's in an old folks home, maybe somewhere that, and he's in a retirement community, then I might wear a Cowboys jersey just to fuck with him, a couple times. Just maybe come in a football helmet and be like, "Happy birthday." Just fuck with
the
him.
old man a fucking heart attack. You that shit.
No, he would just point his cane at me and go, "You son of a bitch."
You are deleted.
Yeah, something like that. Well, yeah, my dad doesn't follow TNA, so he wouldn't know what that means. But I had to explain it to him. But once I did, he'd love it, probably. But anyway, my point is, what was my point? Oh, yeah, this Sunday, the Broncos are playing the Falcons Super Bowl, so we're talking about that, and I just love the fact that they lost to a team. I think it's funny that Tennessee's team is volunteer. That's fucking funny to me. And when I do that, I'm mostly making fun of Tennessee. You know that, right? I'm mostly making fun of Tennessee. But anyway, I'm mostly just making fun of Tennessee. You know that, right? But anyway, my point is, I did have an interesting weekend. So Desmond came by again, which I love. It's just Desmond doesn't tell me he's coming most of the time. I'm usually getting ready for the show. Next thing I hear the doorbell ring, and the next thing I know, I let him in. But it's cool. So Desmond's here. And you guys know what happened on the show. We had a great time. We recapped TNA. He played a cover of a song, "Here's to Us" by Hailstorm, which he's been working on. And then we talked about the new universe mode for 2K17 and of course some interesting information regarding the Undertaker's streak, which people are still talking about even 2 years later. But one of the key things we did was originally he comes over. He likes to play WWE 2K16. So I said, yeah, that'd be cool. Then when I get downstairs, I realized 2K16 is not here because I forgot. I gave it back to Elvis. And I realized, oh, shit, I gave it back to Elvis. I forgot. Zach knows because he was there.
Yes.
We were at Andretti's. I was picking you up to go to Clash of Champions at Frank's house. And I gave Elvis the game because he wanted the game back.
Yep.
So I realized, crap, I don't have it. And Desmond was like, "And you didn't think to tell me this?" I'm like, "No. I had too much shit going on in my life." So we couldn't play. So I thought, let's play 2K15. So we tried to play 2K15. The data wasn't sufficient enough to use it. So what we eventually ended up doing was we put on Netflix. And we decided to watch Gotham. Because Desmond, everybody from Desmond to my mother to my brother to even some of my friends at work, and everyone's telling me, you got to see Gotham. You got to see Gotham. And I'm like, what is, and like, I'm like, yeah, it goes, it centers around, Commissioner Gordon.
It does.
But he's a detective at the time. He's not commissioner yet. He's still like,
and of all people, they got the guy who played Ryan off of the OC.
Yeah.
Play this guy.
Yeah.
Even from what it sounds like.
But then you meet, and you meet all the bad guys like Oswald Cobblepot, who's the Penguin, Edward Nygma, who's the Riddler, Harvey Dent, who's Two-Face. But they're not villains yet. They're still good guys at the time.
Except for the Penguin.
Except for the Penguin, yeah. Who, by the way, hates being called Penguin, apparently. He used to hate it until Maroni and Falcone told him it suits you. Now he likes it. So, because he got validation from two mob bosses that they love it. But anyway, so anyway, Penguin's in it. And this is like, right around the time when you're starting to learn who these guys are. And so I'm like, okay, and they say Bruce is a kid, Selina's a kid, Poison Ivy is a kid. And I'm like, but there's no Batman? I said, no. So I'm like, why the fuck do I want to watch this then? And that's what Zach is thinking too. There's no Batman. Why the fuck do I want to watch this? But Desmond's like, dude, trust me, you'll love it. So he puts on. I'm on episode, I think, 17 or 18. I'm almost done with season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you right now, I love this fucking show. I do. It's awesome. It's compelling. I like the storylines. They change things around. And I'm going to definitely talk more about it when I finish season 1. I'll give you guys a recap on that. So I'm obviously taking a break from my original Netflix schedule to go back and watch Gotham because I've been detoured now because I love this damn show. So I'm watching it, and I just finished the episodes on Sonic the Hedgehog, but I found out they don't have the complete episode there. So, but because I have the complete series on DVD, I might finish the rest of Sonic on DVD and then recap it here on the show. That's what I'm going to do. So there's that. So Gotham is awesome. So we did that. Originally, I was supposed to hang out with my friend Kristen, and we were supposed to go see Lynn Coplitz at the Punchline. But she ended up having to work late because 3 people got fired at her job. So she had to pick up the slack. So she couldn't go. So that sucked. So I pretty much stayed home, watched Gotham. Got up in the morning. Saturday, I had the big show at the Spice Bistro. I was at the Spice Bistro on Beaver Highway. It was a great show. I was a little nervous at first because, but then I saw. At first, I thought when I walked in, I thought it was going to be an urban show, and I do okay in urban shows, but it depends. Usually, it's tough. But then, as the night progressed and the show was about to start, I realized it was about to become more of a mixed room. So I was like, okay, I feel better because it's tough to do that. So anyway. I met Queen Mahogany for the first time. We've been talking on and off for years, but we just never find the right time to work together.
Yeah.
So we found the right time finally. So I get to the club. I'm there. There's a couple comics, a bunch of poets, a couple of singers. And when I hear poets, I instantly got uncomfortable. I instantly got nervous at first. And I'll tell you why. I had a bad experience with poets. This is a true story. Some of you might know this. This was when I was in Miami. It was me, Jerry Truman, and Steven. Yeah. Who is no longer a friend. But anyway, the 3 of us at the time, this is 4 years ago, we went to Miami.
Yeah.
Jerry and I were trying to find an open mic down there. So we figured, hey, let's have one night while we're here. Let's do some stand-up in Miami.
Okay.
We found only one place that had show up, go up. Everything else was booked in advance.
Okay.
So we did show up, go up. We walked in, and it was an all-black room.
Oh, shit.
And it's just the only 2 white people there were me and Steven. And a lady and there's this one lady that had this one little girl. This one girl went up. She had a bandage on her face. She looked like Nellie's daughter. She did okay. And then another person went up and did a poem. And you could do comedy there too, but it was mostly poets. And then this one woman goes up and does a poem about racism.
Oh, shit.
And at one point in the poem, this is the line she says: "The racist killers who live among us." Everybody in the room is now staring at me and Steven. And then the woman's done with her poet. Who performs next? The white comedian. I didn't get a smile out of these fucking people. This is 4 years ago, by the way. This is not the show from Saturday. I didn't get a smile out of these people. It was one of the worst nights of comedy I ever had in my life. Jerry goes up. He does somewhat okay. But they were brutal to us, man. It was the most embarrassing night of comedy. And Steven at one point even said, "Don't ever drag me to something like this again." Obviously, that'll never happen. But at the time, he was like, "Don't ever drag me to something like this again." I'm like, dude, we didn't know what was going to happen. And then on Saturday, we made it up to him by taking him to a bar.
Did he get drunk?
Of course he did, Steven. But he didn't have to worry about driving. I did all the driving. So Steven drove the car back the whole trip, and he wasn't happy about it. I said, dude, we were sick. You were the only one capable of driving. I could have drove, but I would have been like, two. I would be barely watching the road. Just fucking drive. Besides, I paid for the whole fucking trip, so suck my cock. So anyway, that's my answer. Suck a cock. So anyway.
Let's do it real quick. Vinny, language.
Suck a cock. So anyway. That from Captain Deadpool. No. Just Deadpool. Just Deadpool. Just Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah, I know. It's a joke. It's acting movie. But anyway, my point is.
Myself tonight.
So I get to the show, and there was one poet that talked a little bit about racism.
Yeah. But
she waited till after I was done. She did like one poem, then they got up there and did another poem. The poem she did before I went up was actually, one that doesn't make an audience uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Then she had the uncomfortable one, but that was after I got off stage. So I was cool. I was already done for the night at that point. So I go up. I do my thing. And the funny thing is that Queen Mahogany is doing like her thing. She's hosting the show. She's getting everybody excited. And she talks about how I've screened all the acts that are here tonight. So they're guaranteed to be entertaining. Except for the comedians. I didn't screen them. So me and 2 other comics that were there were just staring at each other like, what? Really? This is. So I went up and made fun of that. I said, I love the fact she said, I screened everybody here except those comedians. Which is kind of a nice way of saying, caution, comedians might suck. Crowd starts laughing. They get into it. Even Queen Mahogany was laughing. So I'm hitting them with joke, and they're crushing. This one guy in the back is laughing so hard. It's so amazing. I'm getting everybody. I'm hitting everyone. And I'm getting into my closing joke. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you remember the Jehovah's Witness bit. Mm-hmm. I do a bit about Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay. It's basically about the fact that that they annoy people by knocking on the door.
Yeah, okay.
And the punchline in the joke is, I tell the woman that I'm atheist because God doesn't answer my prayers. Uh-huh. And she says, why would you think God doesn't answer your prayers? And I say, because you're always at my door. Which gets a laugh every time. Well, almost every time. Except the good old days, it never killed. And Stephen would remind you of that if he was still here. But anyway, I'm getting into the joke, and I'm talking about the point where it says, like, because they tell you, and this is true, when Jehovah's Witnesses, they knock on the door, they want to tell you about Jesus and spread the word of God. Their selling point is you should convert to our religion because Jesus said that out of everyone that lives on the earth, there's billions of people on the planet Earth. Mm-hmm. There's only 144,000 chosen ones that are going. Mm-hmm. I'm like, if that's true, why would you want to recruit more people? Doesn't that affect your spot if I'm more holier than you? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, God told me only a select few people are going to heaven. I ain't telling nobody. Why? Because I don't want somebody else coming in and taking my goddamn spot. I want to go to heaven. So that's why I don't buy into it. So I'm doing my joke. All of a sudden, and then at one point, this drunk old white guy walks in. Oh shit! And he's going, yeah, during my set. Mm-hmm. So he comes in. I'm doing my closing bit and all this other stuff. And I had talked about earlier in the show, I did a bit about a plant about a wandering Jew plant. Because this is true. There's an actual plant called Wandering Jew that they sell. Mm-hmm. And it's sold at Home Depot. And I did a whole bit about it. So when this old guy walked in and started screaming, I said, oh, it's a wandering Jew. And everybody started laughing. Mm-hmm. I said, he seems really excited. And here's the thing. Queen Mahogany likes to film everything. Mm-hmm. She does because she puts promo videos together for her shows and uses the best moments. This guy, as I'm talking, because he's talking really loud, so I have to. It's one of those things where I don't want to make fun of him, but I kind of have to because he's
just there.
No, because he's talking over me. Uh-huh. I got to do something. I'm trying to shut him down. He walks to the middle of the floor, gets right in front of the camera that's filming me, turns to me, and he says, and he says, my name is John Wayne, and I don't give a fuck. And I'm on stage. And this guy's heckling me by saying, I'm John Wayne, and I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, and everybody starts laughing. So here's what I do. I just said, what a coincidence, sir. I don't give a fuck either. I said, he's a cool guy. Give him a round of applause. They clap and they get him off there. Because I realized everybody was loving him. So I figured, let me put him over.
Work with it.
Got him out of the way. Went back. Finished the joke. And got off stage.
How bad was it?
Not as bad as I thought it was.
Okay.
Because he wanted to be part of the show. So I made him part of the show and I was nice to him. I didn't make fun of him. I didn't degrade him. I didn't humiliate him. I put him over in the friendliest way possible because he was making the audience laugh. So if you go against the audience, you're fucked. So I rolled with the punches. They let me finish my joke. Some people actually laughed. One person to the side actually started laughing because they said, oh my God, he's actually going to finish the joke. Yeah. I got a job to do. So I finish the joke. I get off stage. Afterwards, everybody's asking, like, where can we tell people where you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. So I got a couple followers from the show, and everything went great. So then eventually I went home, crashed, got up, went to work, and then we had the fun at Frank's. Which was kind of funny because at first we almost didn't get to see Bound for Glory.
Yes.
Because Frank ordered the pay-per-view,
Yeah, high definition.
but he ordered it in HD.
We're not supposed to do HD.
Well, no, that's not true. You could do it in HD if you have HD.
He didn't have HD.
He didn't have HD. So we ended up figuring out how we're going to do this. So we found out that we had to, so basically Frank had to reorder the pay-per-view and get it in the standard definition.
Mm-hmm.
So technically he just spent $100 on the TNA pay-per-view, pretty much. So I told him, and we told him, we said, look, call AT&T tomorrow, because we tried to call him Sunday.
They're closed.
They're closed on Sunday.
That don't happen with Comcast, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ. And AT&T wonders why they have, this is why the AT&T needs door-to-door solicitors to get people to switch to them. Because they're fucking terrible.
Yeah.
AT&T, you're horrible. Like all the way down to your core. Like you're just, why? How are they still in business?
That's $1 million question. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. You better pray to God the baby boomers never die. Because nobody in our generation is ever going to AT&T. Not your age, not my age, not anybody.
No.
Our generation doesn't want AT&T.
No.
It's old people that have AT&T. When the baby boomers die, your business will be destroyed.
It'll be deleted.
Obsolete.
Delete.
Obsolete.
Delete.
Obsolete. Delete.
Delete.
No, I'm technically supposed to say delete. Supposed to say obsolete, but I played it out.
Okay. Over.
Okay, we'll do it again later.
Okay.
All right, we'll fix it later. But anyway, my point is, I don't know how AT&T's still in business. I really don't. Like, because they tried to fuck us over. My dad quit them that day. Went straight to Verizon. Like we have Verizon phones now. Why? And then AT&T called a week later and asked my dad, "We're just following up, sir. Why did you choose to leave AT&T?" My dad told the guy the story, and he went, "Wow, I don't blame you." The call center guy, and he even said "Wow." I said, "I wish you would have talked to me. I would have found a way to make that happen for you." He said, "Anything we need to change your mind?" He says, "No." He said, "I understand, sir." Hung up. Didn't bother because they were basically trying to fuck me over because of the Boochcast. They claimed I was using too many minutes. I'm like, really? I've been doing this show for 2 years, and you're just now telling me this shit?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Exactly. I told my dad, I said, look, I've been doing this show for 2 years. This is the first we've ever seen of this. And they said, and my dad wanted to upgrade. But because I was over on the minutes, it wouldn't let him up. They said, the only way my dad would have been able to upgrade would be to shut off my phone, cut off my number. And my dad said, fine. He said, he hung up, went to Verizon, told them what happened. Verizon said, we'll give you the perfect plan. Boom. At first I thought my dad was going to kill me. But turns out he was mad. He wasn't mad at me. He was mad at AT&T. Which was the biggest load off my back. That's almost like if you get in trouble because some guy some guy cusses you out, and you think, oh my God, my dad's gonna kill me. But then you find out instead he beats up the guy who cussed you out. My dad's done that before. My dad says, hey, he's my son. I do that. Back the fuck away. My dad did that once. Like I got in trouble for something, and my dad yelled. My dad still yelled at me for the thing I did wrong, but because that guy was saying derogatory things about me, he said, hey, talk about my son that way. So he got mad at him. But then he turned around and said, you're an idiot, and kept walking. He's like, I call my son an idiot. You don't say shit.
Not a single fucking thing.
That's how my dad was. It was cool. So anyway, we get through all this, and eventually we order it in standard. And we told Frank, look, call AT&T.
Yes.
See if they'll get rid of that. They'll take that thing off your bill because we didn't get to watch it.
Yeah.
But worst case scenario, we'll reimburse Frank for this.
Yeah.
Normally, because he did get kind of screwed over.
Yeah,
I gave Frank the decision. I'm like, we can order it in standard right now, or we can just not watch the pay-per-view. This is your house. It's your bill. I leave the decision up to you.
It's up to you.
He made the call.
You did it. We got to watch it.
So we watched it, and we did get to watch Bound for Glory, which we're definitely going to talk about on the show. But before we do that,
Shit.
we have one quick thing we got one amazing moment we got to do before we go to break.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is here on our Mondays. He manages on the indie wrestling circuit. And of course, you can catch him this Friday at 1 p.m. as he has his rematch with Kevin Dunn for Battle of the Shits Part 2. We have Broken Gator Ricky Ross.
I knew you'd come.
As always, Gator.
Yes, Brother Anthony. Brother Anthony, you failed to mention that it can be direction or deletion. Brother
Oh,
Anthony.
I forgot. My bad. The theme. It's direction or deletion at Battle of the Shits Part 2. But I'll remember to put that on the poster though.
Say this is what happens when you sit next to the damn spot monkey.
Yes, the spot monkeys make me forget.
Yes, Brother Anthony, they make you forget for they are spot monkeys and they have no soul.
That is true. That is true. The spot monkeys do not have souls. Look at
Yes, for they are spot monkeys.
Yes, true. They look very unhappy sometimes.
It is okay. The spot monkey is never to be happy. That's the reason he is the spot monkey.
Yes, absolutely. But yes, it is direction or deletion, and I will remember that when I put the poster together later tonight.
And there will be courage. Yes, there will be courage. There will be courage at the event. There will be nothing like the there will be no damn courage. There will be nothing like the courage at the event. There will be no damn courage. There will be nothing like the courage at the there will be no damn curry.
I thought you liked curry.
Damn Mexicans.
Okay, so there, as always, there may or may not be curry. One person says there will be, another person says there won't be.
Do you want curry?
I'm good. Do you want curry?
I won't be here. I gotta work.
Well, I know you got to work. I'm just saying.
No, I don't want no curry.
I could bring you curry if you want the curry.
I don't want no fucking curry from a Mexican.
Okay.
Yes, Brother Anthony, you could give the spot monkey curry, and then it can flow out of his hole of ass, and it will make him explode.
Yes. You got no argument from me. It would definitely make my hole of ass explode.
That's your hole of ass.
So Broken Gator, are you and your platoon ready for Friday?
Say that again, Brother Anthony. I could not hear you over the fucking spot monkey.
Okay. Spot monkey, please be quiet. I was saying, are you and your platoon, are you guys ready for Battle of Shits on Friday?
Yes, Brother Anthony, I have made it. There will be no damn. Yes, I have made all of the curry. We will have a lot of curry at the event. There will be much and much curry.
Okay, so I'll take that as a yes. I'm going to take that as a yes that they're ready.
Oh, God.
Yes, Brother Anthony. The squadron of the Gate of Broken is ready. The people of the Boochcast are ready. The followers of the Boochcast are ready. But the question that is on everyone's mind, Brother Anthony, is Kevin Dunn ready?
That is a very good question. Sadly, I have not spoken to Kevin Dunn since the last time.
That he's a pussy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that too. because he's here. So we can only assume that Kevin Dunn is ready. I don't know what preparation he's doing to get ready for the show, but I do know that if he was not ready by Friday, he should be, because that's when he's going to be defending the title.
Yes, Brother Anthony, that title is in the premonition. I did foresee that I shall be standing over his broken carcass with the title.
Okay, so Gator has had the premonition that he will be victorious in direction or deletion.
I don't know who to go for.
Yes.
Who should I go for?
Well, Zach, that's your decision.
I think I might go for Kevin Dunn to see Broken Gator get even more broken.
Brother Anthony.
Yes.
Tell the spot monkey to hide.
This I think he wants you to hide.
Hush.
Oh,
Hey, let me
hush.
shut the hell up.
Yes. Broken would like. He says the spot monkey must hush. So.
That's something you can-
Now, Brother Anthony, we have prepared the battlefield. The only thing left to do is delete.
All right. Awesome. So everything's set in place. Everyone's prepared. Everybody's and I'm sure everybody on the Boochcast is placing their bets on who they're.
Yes, and we have lots of courage. There ain't no damn. There's lots of courage that has been made for the event. All of the people left to cast the boot. They're going to be able to have the courage.
Okay, so I'm still confused. So I pretty much what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna show up on Friday with my questions, and if there's curry, there's curry. If there isn't curry, then there isn't curry. I'm confused on the curry.
There's going to be curry because it's going to be provided by Sanjay's House of Curry.
Okay, Sanjay's House of Curry. Cool. Where can people find the Sanjay? Huh?
An official sponsor of the Battle of the Sheep.
Okay, sponsored by Sanjay's House of Curry.
Wait a minute. No, I did not okay this. This is not okay. There is no. Sanjay's House of Curry is a shack backside of my house. You realize that, right, Sanjay? Yes, Mr. Gator. I realize that it is a shack, but it will be a great restaurant one day. Oh.
So it's not. Yes.
He's a moron. Mexicans make curry.
Okay. So there is no restaurant. I was about to ask where can people find Sanjay's House of Curry. So it's not a restaurant yet.
Brother Anthony is a small little thingy in the back of my humble abode.
Okay, cool. So okay, well, every great business has to start somewhere.
It is not a thingy. It's a fucking rowboat.
It is a rowboat. What?
It's a fucking rowboat, Brother Anthony. See, he gave me a rowboat to live in. That's why I make the curry out of the back of the rowboat.
So he makes curry in a dilapidated boat.
How the fuck did you make curry
Yes, but
in a dilapidated
well,
boat?
I don't know what the. Brother Anthony, I do not know what the dilapidated is, but yes.
Okay. Well, he's in okay, so he lives in a rowboat. I assume I'm just assuming it's a dilapidated boat. I could be wrong. But
Brother Anthony, the rowboat is very dilapidated.
Okay. So the
I don't know what
rowboat.
the hell that means, but it's something.
Okay. So the rowboat is dilapidated. So we can confirm that while while the spot monkey prays.
She'll be coming around in the robot when she comes. She'll be coming around the robot when she comes.
Okay. That's a hell of a song.
Brother Anthony, I will tell you very, very quickly that I was singing that to the young lady that I had in my robot the other day.
Oh, cool. Oh, so you had a date yesterday. That's awesome. Did she enjoy the song?
Yes, she liked it very much, and we made it true. She was coming around the robot when she come.
Sounds like a crazy night.
Brother Anthony, I must tell you, it was not a date. It was his damn sister.
Whoa. What happens in the dilapidated boat should stay in the dilapidated boat.
It was not my sister. But Anthony, it was not my sister Priya. That was not, well, she looked like my sister Priya, but I mean, she did. But she did. I don't remember.
Okay. So it's not. Okay. So it wasn't his sister, but she looked like his sister. That's no.
I'm just saying,
that's still wrong.
Ain't just redneck to fuck your sister.
Huh?
It ain't just rednecks to fuck your sister.
Okay. Interesting to know. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. In fact, hell, on Game of Thrones, there were royalty people who were fucking their sisters.
True.
Yes, Brother Anthony, there are royalty people that do fuck their sisters. Ask the spot monkey if you would know.
Yes. So, Zach, is there any stories you need to share with the rest of the class that we don't know about?
I'm
the only
a
child.
The spot monkey says he's an only child.
He is alive, Brother Anthony. I have foreseen it in a premonition.
Apparently he had a premonition that you would be fucking your sister eventually. He claims that you do.
I don't.
Okay. I'm just.
Maybe I got something to leak in your mouth. You swallowed it whole, and I bet you're pretty good at it too.
Brother Anthony, I could not hear the spot monkey, for he is a spot monkey.
Yes, Zach, you're sitting far away. You need to project.
You see, I have to be deleted, but I have something you can delete in your mouth, and you can take the whole thing because I heard you're pretty good at doing it.
Yes, you did hear that from your mother.
You foreheard that from your mother, he says. And the spot monkey is now quiet with his head down, staring at the Slipknot shirt.
That is how, Brother Anthony, that is how you tame the violent spot monkey.
I appreciate that, because that is a lesson people need to learn, how to tame your spot monkeys.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to How to Tame Your Spot Monkey with Gator Ricky Ross. Broken Gator Ricky Ross. I am Broken Gator Ricky Ross. This is Sanjay. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We will now explain how to tame your spot monkey. First, obtain a spot monkey.
What's the first step?
Have you obtained the spot monkey?
Okay.
Have you obtained a spot monkey?
Oh, yes, I have obtained my spot monkey. Please, Miss Spot Monkey sits.
Second step, look at your spot monkey in the eyes. Are you looking at the spot monkey in the eyes?
Yes, I'm looking at the spot monkey in the eyes.
Okay, now tell your spot monkey that he is obsolete and make jokes about his mother.
You are obsolete, and your mom boils your dinner. Ow.
Now you have ordained your spot monkey.
Okay. Okay.
Gator, you're a prick.
And the spot
What
monkey.
did he say? I could not hear the spot monkey.
He called you a prick and then went downstairs to get coffee.
He called me a what?
He called you a prick and then went and got coffee.
Oh. He would not know what one of them is, for he does not have one.
I had a feeling about that. I kind of figured that. I guess we may. I guess.
Brother Anthony, when he returns, we will have the first ever episode of the Gator Pit with Broken Gator Ricky Rowe.
Okay, cool. Absolutely, that would be great.
I will ask the tough questions.
Okay, we'll ask the tough questions. I like that. The Gator Pit
Like
is
how long Zachary has been secretly gay.
That's a question even I don't know.
And how long he has been living without a penis.
Those are both very valid questions. I think they're definitely those are definitely very good questions to ask. Definitely something we can figure out. I don't know how long it takes to brew coffee, so I don't know how long he's going to be. Trying to find something.
Brother Anthony, we shall have the 7 deities foretell his future.
Even better. I like that. The 7 deities.
Yes, we will finally learn whether or not Zachary has a man, husband, child.
That's another thing I've always been intrigued about. Does he have a man child?
Yes, 'tis delightful.
Yes, it sounds delightful, very delightful.
Yes, Brother Anthony. And then ask him if he likes his coffee like he likes his men, black.
With a little bit of cream.
Well, no, it's Zachary, which means there's a lot of cream. Boy, he has a lot of sugar in his tea.
That is definitely true. Definitely true.
Has the spot monkey returned?
No, the spot monkey, he has not returned yet, but we do definitely want to do the Gator Pit. So what I'm gonna do right now is Broken Gator, we're gonna put you on hold for a moment. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna take a break here, and when we return, we will have the Gator Pit with Broken Gator, Ricky Ross, and the Spot Monkey, Zach Scott. So everybody sit tight. I'm gonna go check on the Spot Monkey, and we'll return in just a moment.
If you like Horror Night from 2 years ago on Movie Internet Channel, You'llSay.com, and YouTube.com, you type in Horror Night, I'm gonna get her. Oh yeah, me Rottweiler. Oh yeah. That's on Movie Internet Channel, You'llSay.com. Just click Horror Night, and on YouTube.com, just type in Horror Nights. Sarah Gillen Sam, oh yeah. Horror Night Part 2 coming out October 1st at 12 midnight. Movie Internet Channel, You'llSay.com front page, and YouTube.com, just type in Horror Night Part 2. Starring Serenity Rose, Commodore Rosati, Danielle and Karen Quick, James Butler, Herring, Jerry Truman, Vinny the Booch, Bucci, and Sonny Bucci.
Hey, honey, how was your day?
Good, how was yours?
One day at work.
I'm fine.
What's for dinner?
We're gonna go out. I want to go get ready.
Okay. Get the job done.
What do you think?
Good. Very good.
Do you see her? What is she doing here?
You what? What are you talking about?
The ghost of Lena.
Hey man, I'm gonna head out tonight. Just gonna take a shower first real quick. Get ready to went out. I don't think so. Wait, what? Why? You're my brother. You're my deceased brother. Why did you do this? No! Rottweiler will be pleased with my work.
And Joe Bag, starring as Mayor Gage.
Mayor Robert Gage, here in my office, in one of the many fine cities in Massachusetts. I advise all the viewers to go home.
Yeah, I got that money. I got the money being away. I got the money being away there. Ooh, can't wait to spend it. Don't know what I'm going to be doing with my tips. Here's her tips.
And starring the late Vincent Mayor Buddy Cianci.
All right, more details on the infamous Killer Rottweiler on the Buddy Cianci show next, so stay tuned.
Horror Night Part 2 coming out October 1st at 12 midnight. Movie Internet Show deals that come from page and YouTube.com. Just type in Horror Night Part 2.
Hello and welcome back to the Boochcast. During the break, we played the trailer for the upcoming film, or actually no upcoming film. Actually, it's the film that came out this past Saturday, which was Horror Night Part 2.
Part 2.
Yes, which is starring Derek Shapiro, written, directed, and starring Derek Shapiro as the killer Rottweiler. That's the killer's name. He's not a Rottweiler dog. I have to clarify that. But also, it's available now on movieinternetchannel.yolosite.com and the Movie Internet Channel YouTube channel. So make sure you go there and check it out. Also, if you haven't seen the first one, you can go to the Boochcast Facebook page, facebook.com/the Boochcast, THEBOOCHCAST. Make sure to hit the like button so you can follow all the everything on the Boochcast, and also you can check out the first episode, the first Horror Night. That way, then you can go check it out it'll be on the Boochcast Facebook page later on today.
Okay.
But you can also go to movieinternetchannel.yolosite.com to check out the second one. Okay. That way, after you see the first one, go watch the second one. That way, you'll understand everything. There'll be the continuity.
Okay.
And of course, it stars the original Derek Shapiro film crew, Serenity Rose, James Buddy Love Herring, Joe Bag, and of course, the late Buddy Cianci makes an appearance in this film as well because it was filmed before he died. And also, I'm in the film. A good friend of ours, Jerry Truman, is in this movie.
Really?
Jerry Truman is in this. And there's a cameo appearance from my brother, Sonny, is also in the film. So make sure you guys check out Horror Night Part 2. It's out now. Enjoy it. It's a great movie for the Halloween season. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for a special segment we're going to do right now called The Gator Pit. This is where Broken Gator Ricky Ross wants to interview the Spots Monkey known as Zach Scott. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring back to the show Broken Gator Ricky Ross. Alrighty, you can talk now, dude.
What do you want to talk about, Gator?
Okay, Brother Zachary, Spots Monkey Zachary, guy with no penis, whatever you would like to be called. Was any a question we did want to know from you, Zachary? First thing, how long have you been in the closet as a gay man?
Never.
Okay, that is scintillating. I apologize for the little bit of a mess up because normally we play the Gator Pit theme before we get started, and that was not foretold in the previous.
Okay. That's quite all right. I guess we don't. I guess somebody. I guess I wasn't given the Gator Pit theme song. So next time, I'll remember it for next time though.
Yes, Brother Anthony, we know you're forgetful. You're sitting next to the spot monkey.
Yes. Yeah. One of the side effects of having a spot monkey is you become forgetful. We've established that.
Yes, Brother Anthony. Yes. Now I must ask the spot monkey, Brother Anthony. How long, Mr. Spot Monkey, have you been living without a penis?
How long have you been living without your penis?
I always had my penis. Because you were sucking on it last night.
Boom!
Brother Anthony, why would I have been sucking on his penis last night when I am in Virginia and he is in the Georgia?
I honestly don't know, Gator. That
You cannot long distance. There is no such thing as a suck it on Facebook. There is no such book. If it was, he would be number one on that book.
valid points being made.
Mm-hmm.
Valid point being made. Point Gator, no points, but one.
Alrighty.
Now, I must ask also, Mr. Spot Monkey, when will you come out of your closet today? When will we see you with a man-child?
Yes. Yes. When are you going to come out of the closet, and when will we see you with a man-child?
Never, because I'm not gay.
Yes. It's a very good cover-up story, but we do know that you are.
Oh, he's a fucking crew.
You do realize when you mumble and talk softly, the audience cannot hear you.
Okay.
Yes, it is okay to express your feelings to Broken Gator. I am no savior.
Yes, he says it is okay to express your feelings to Broken Gator. So
I have no feelings. Remember, I have no soul.
Yes, I talked about that. The Spot Monkey 4 has no soul.
Yes. Spot Monkey has no soul apparently.
Nope.
So, but yes, you are welcome. But I do have to let you know, Zach, aka the Spot Monkey, you have to project when you speak because the audience needs to be able to hear what the fuck you're saying.
Can they hear me now?
I believe so.
Okay.
There we
No,
go. Thank you.
this is not a fucking Verizon commercial.
No, this is not a Verizon commercial, and you're not switching to Sprint on me now.
But that's the fucking.
Yes, Broken Gator.
Yes, Zachary, yes. Oh, you know you still have no penis.
You have no penis.
I just took a piss.
No
I guess
dick,
I do.
no penis, no whipper, no nothing to whip out, no nothing sticking somebody's ear, bring it back out, stick it in their mouth, stick it back in the beef.
Pretty good. I have to stop thinking about that one.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh God. I got a question for everybody. Gator, can I ask the fans and you and brother Vinny here a question, please?
Brother Anthony.
Brother Anthony, sorry.
Yes, Spot Monkey, you'll be delightful.
The Spot Monkey would like to know, why is the Spot Monkey always picked on and hated on? It's starting to hurt my feelings. I gotta go cry in the corner.
Spot Monkey Gator would like to know why the fuck you can't speak up.
I just want to fucking know why am I always getting picked on by you guys.
Because I'll answer that. Broken.
You shut up. I already know your fucking answer.
Gator, if I may, could I answer the question?
Brother Anthony, take it away.
Thank you. See, Zach, the reason you're always the one getting picked on is for two reasons. One, you're an easy target, and two, you start shit with everybody.
I didn't start this.
Yes, brother.
But valid point. But that's what he does. So the thing is, you tend, especially in our group, you're the guy who barks the loudest and talks most of the shit, and then we have to humble your ass. That's why you're always the one getting picked on, because you're always the one starting shit.
You're such an easy target, but we love you. You know we do.
Yes, exactly. If you weren't the one verbally attacking people in the group at the time, you would live. But because you fire the first shots, we must respond.
But you respond.
This is the reason that Brother Anthony did stick me upon you, for I am an attack gator.
Yes, he's an attack gator. I sicked my ferocious gator on you.
Yes. First off, don't ever call me fucking ferocious again, damn it. That ain't funny.
Sorry. My bad.
It's okay. You're all right. We all forgive.
Thank you.
Am I forgiven?
Hell no.
I knew that was coming.
Brother Anthony.
Yes?
The fans have messaged me and want to know whether or not Zachary, the fat monkey, is going to come out of the closet as gay today. Brother, you can express your feelings to Gator. It is okay. The Boochcast will love you.
For the last time, ladies and gentlemen, I am not gay. I have not gotten laid.
But he does not have a penis. Which technically does not make him gay. That makes him straight.
Interesting theory. That kind of makes sense.
In theory, this actually does make sense.
Yes, in some strange, unique way. We're making sense of this whole scenario.
Yes, Brother Anthony.
Okay, so Broken Gator, do you have any more questions for Zachary?
I'm going to leave that open to the Boochcast. Hold on, wait a minute. I have foreseen in the premonition that I have just gotten another question.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, wait a minute. Hang on. I got a letter. Hang on. Did you hear the paper ripping?
Yes, we heard. We're giving you time to sort through your
Okay.
notes.
Okay, hang on a minute. I got to get it out. All right, here we go. I got a letter. This letter is from Steve from across the block, and I just got it. He said to ask Zachary, are you sure you ain't gay?
100% positive.
Hang on a moment. We have another letter. Brother Anthony, we have received another letter from the followers of the Boochcast.
Okay.
They want to know what Zachary's perfect male man date would be.
Okay. All right. So Zach, brother Zachary, indulge us. What would your ideal man date be? Okay.
No.
Okay. Zach, we're gonna do this. Let's enter the. Let's tell you what. Let's enter the world of make believe for a second. Okay. Use the imagination, and let's just pretend for a moment. Yes. Now let's just pretend for a second that you are in fact gay, and you were going to go on a man date. What would the ideal man date be?
You.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to commercial break right now. I need to leave. I need to shower. I need to go crying.
No. All right. If I was a gay man, my perfect date would be Chris Hemsworth, Thor.
Okay. We're talking about. I was talking about date scenario, not date person. But so, where would you and Thor go?
A romantic dinner at an Italian restaurant.
Naturally.
And then end the date.
By seeing if you can lift the mighty hammer.
Yes, well, Anthony, he's really get beaten anally with the hammer. Take it in the eye.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to interrupt the Gator Pit, but we do have another caller on the line joining us. We're gonna take a moment here and just take this call. We're all gonna take it.
Anthony, can I may interview this caller as well.
Sure. All right. So let's take this call, see what's on the person's mind here. And hello, you're on the Boochcast.
It's Billy. How y'all doing today?
Well,
Hey, it's my cousin. Billy. Hi, Billy. Billy. Oh my goodness! I just came from Virginia, and guess what? My ass is sore. Holy shit! My cousin, Gator Ricky Ross, the tore me a new asshole again. Holy shit! Oh, you know we did. We had good ass time. See, what had happened was when we were doing that, we was okay. Okay. There was a fishing hook, dynamite, and a wax candle involved. That's all y'all need to know. And let's just say the fishing hook kind of like got lost somewhere. I'm not gonna say who they got lost somewhere. Oh my goodness! Yeah, we found it. We found it, though, didn't we? We found it. We found it, and that dynamite was straight from the Booch shoot. It sure did. Man, it was awesome. You know what you left? Wow, I'm on the radio. You listen to me? Oh, it's great. Oh, yeah. Hey, tell him Pearl I said hey. Hey, broken Gator Ricky Ross just said hey. What?
I'm enjoying this shit.
No, you ain't got your $5, Rob. No, he ain't listening. He ain't gonna give you no $5 because he owes me $10. Oh, last night. Hey, wait a minute. It was never written in writing, and I owe you $10. I don't hurt $10. I don't hurt you. It was never written in writing. Y'all can't pin that shit on me. You know, I promised to my kids, you don't say that because you took the back of my ass later on. Hey, did you ever get Silly May
by the way, folks,
new
we're in the Blog
tongue?
Talk Radio
I know you
microphone
was trying
on
to get
mute,
Silly May a new tongue. I gave you a couple dollars. You ever get her
we're
a new
just
tongue?
gonna sit. At this point, we're just gonna sit back and let them go, and then if they bring us in, we'll talk. So if you see us laughing and being quiet, we're just letting them go.
I know. This is what happens. You got, but still, I mean, I gave you like $2. I mean, that was more than enough. I mean, just cut one out of cow's mouth. You'll be all right. She'll be trying to learn her ABCs. A, B, C, D, murr. It was fucking crazy, man. I went out there and got a whole bunch of math. I was running out the trailer park. I was like, so again, Ricky Ross is right here. Wow, I'm on the radio. Shut up. And then at the same time, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God, it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. No, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't understand the damn word he said. But that's okay, because we're family. We can, man. We can, man. You know what I'm saying? We can make that back out. Oh, how's Tammy doing? Oh, you know, she be running around over here, little trailer park roads, you know. So they're like, letting her hoo hop for everybody. I can't believe it. It's fucking great, you know. How's your mom and them? Sanjay, shut up. How's your mom and them? Oh, you know how she goes. You just saw her the other day. You know, she kept talking about you, how nice you wear and how gentle you were with her. I mean, some people are really rough with her, but you're really nice with her. That's really nice of you. You know, I know. Well, you know, you got to be gentle with Aunt Pearl, because Aunt Pearl, see, you turn the wrong way with Aunt Pearl, she'll fall on top of your ass because so damn big, she'll twist your ass like a damn fat bastard. Welcome to my 10th birthday. Exactly what I got. It was nice. Yeah, buddy. Billy, it's good catching up with you. But I gotta finish talking shit. You know what? This is the family reunion. Real quick. You want to say anything bad about Spot Monkey? Oh, Spot Monkey, hey, that motherfucker right there. That guy wants to go on a date with fucking Thor. He wants to put it on the fucking hammer and Mordor. Yeah, I know. That's fucking crazy, right? He's like, the guy's like, I want to go on a date with Chris Hemsworth. What the fuck? He's like, cool. Yeah, no, he's queer. He's queer, but he don't want to admit he's queer. Oh, he kind of wish he had a hammer right now in his hand and wield the mighty power of Thor. That's the way Chris Hemsworth was like, hey, you want to feel the power of Thor? Grandma to this, and it was in his hammer. I'll hit. It was sweet. Anyway, I just want to say, family reunion at our place later on this week. It's gonna be sweet. All the girls are gonna be there. You know which one, and we're gonna have a great fucking time. So does that mean you're gonna bring? Does that mean you're gonna bring them up or what? Because I'm kind of wearing off right now.
Hello? Everything cool, guys?
That sounds like that. That sounds like that's a whole bunch of dead air. Anyway, guys, I'm on the radio. I'm going off right now. I'm going to go on live right now. All right, Vinny, dude, nice talking to you. I hope everybody's right here. I love you guys. Spot Monkey, love you too. Don't cry. It's okay. Chris Hemsworth's a good guy. He's Thor, so it's cool, man. All right? At least he's going for a hero. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Good, good.
All right, that's good. All righty. Thank you, Billy the Redneck, for calling in, bro.
Anytime. Love you guys. Go NASCAR. Yeah. But you go. Bye-bye.
Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Billy the Redneck. For some reason, I'm gonna try to mute and unmute the mic. See if Broken Gator. Brother
Anthony.
Is everything okay?
Brother Anthony, can you hear me, Brother Anthony?
Yes, we can hear you, Gator. We can hear you.
Okay. Please excuse me for that interruption.
It was quite all right. Nothing wrong with family reunions and people chatting it up and talking.
Yes, Brother Anthony. But back to the queer.
Yes. Okay.
Zachary, why won't you just go ahead and admit it? You are gay.
Yes, he wants to know why you won't just admit that you're gay.
I'm not.
He seems to be standing by his previous statement.
It is okay, Brother Anthony. Wait a minute, I want to ask a question. Okay, Brother Anthony, Senor Sanjay would like to ask a question.
Okay. All right, Sanjay, take it away.
Okay, Mr. Vinny, I would like to ask this Spot Monkey, Zachary, would you like some curry?
Would you like some curry?
No, I don't want no fucking curry.
Nobody wants it. Thank you. I can handle my own Mexican, thank you. Nobody wants any damn curry.
Yeah, I guess you were rude to his Mexican.
I don't want no fucking curry. I don't want no fucking curry.
Okay. Zach, the Spot Monkey would not wish to eat curry.
No
Yeah,
curry.
You can't handle it in your asshole. I don't get it. Somebody that takes that many dicks in the asshole can't handle the curry.
Yeah, it's weird, it's bizarre, but unfortunately it's true.
Brother Anthony, may I make a public service announcement?
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Boochcast, Mr. Brother Anthony does not condone the statements that come out of Broken Gator Ricky Ross' mouth, for I am a lieutenant.
Yes, that he is.
We just previously.
I just moderate and direct and make sure things don't get too insane. That's pretty much my job right now.
Yes, he makes sure things are not getting too insane like that night last night with his mama.
That sounds wild and intense.
Anything
Well,
else?
Brother Anthony, I must stay away and classify myself as obsolete.
Okay, well, as always, Gator, thank you so much for calling in, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday talking to you on Friday when you face Kevin Dunn in Battle of the Shits Part 2. It'll be this Friday at 1 p.m. Thank you so much, Gator.
Yes, Brother Anthony, I will be here to win the title of Battle of the Ship, and there will be a deletion.
Okay. Alrighty. As always, there will
I
be...
can't hear what fucking damn thing out. Hang on, wait a minute. Hang on, I found it.
Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Broken Gator Ricky Ross. Ow!
I did not hit you that hard. You want me to hit you as hard as I can?
Do you want to die and have to hitchhike your ass home? Thank you. Yes. You may be his spot monkey, but right now you're my obsolete mule. So... All right. Well, obviously, that was probably one of the craziest segments we've had on the Boochcast thus far. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take another break here just to kind of decompress from all the crazy. And when we come back, we're going to go right into the 4th season of Arrow. I want to make sure while we're still live that we can at least handle the Arrow. We may go into overtime today and do some Bound for Glory stuff, or I might save it for a later date. I don't know. All I know is that I might even save it for Thursday and might not even do Bound for Glory today. Because the Arrow is important. As you know, the title of today's show is called The Arrow Turns Green. Because we got a lot to talk about on this. So you guys sit tight, and we will be back with Arrow right after this.
I ain't had enough to drink. It's probably what you think. I'm about this time. Never way back when.
Who else?
Talk about dropping. One of those meetings done. Started talking about sex today. Mistakes you make and her heart's breaking the price today. Almost walked away. You hear it picking down. So man, stood up and said, I'm gonna say it again, like I do every week. Don't know me. Everything you love disappear. Say you in, there's no fear, never know the truth. This woman won't be. I've been there. That's why I'm not here. So boy stood up in the alley, even there with a lie, put the down and cried as he talked about those years. Good I've been there. It's why I'm here. No, for us it may be too late. But it means the world to me if you were there when I said, it's simple things in life.
I recognize that number too.
Everything you love starts to disappear. Take your chance, there's no fear and the no shine. Just want to be. I've been there. That's why I'm here. Oh, I've been there. That's why I'm
Hello and welcome back to the Boochcast.
Hello, everybody.
Yes. During the break, we played the song "That's Why I'm Here." Now, this is a cover song, of course, and the man singing this song is a mutual friend of ours and my Friday co-host here on the Boochcast, the one and only Desmond Dagenhart. And you can check out all of Desmond's music at facebook.com/Desmond Dagenhart. DESMONDDAGENHART. Like the page. You can check out all of Desmond's videos, his current videos, his upcoming videos. Follow his music progress. And of course, if you have any song requests for Desmond, you can go to the site, and if Desmond knows how to play the song, he'll give you the song. And if it's a song he really likes but doesn't know how to play, he'll take the time to learn it and put a video out and, issue your song request. And Desmond gets a lot of song requests, particularly from listeners of the Boochcast here. People have grown to love his music. He's a very, very talented individual. And, of course, you can catch him Fridays here on the Boochcast, especially this Friday when he'll be helping me with Battle of the Shits Part 2. I will have 5 questions prepared. Desmond will have 5 questions prepared. And we will each ask our questions. Whoever gets the most questions right will be the Battle of the Shits champion. Don't forget, Kevin Dunn won the last time, and he's defending the championship. And we already know Broken Gator from what we saw earlier. He is definitely geared up and ready for this showdown. The question is Kevin Dunn ready? We don't know, and we won't find out until this Friday, 1 p.m. here on the Boochcast.
Yep.
They will do battle.
Yep.
So, of course, like I said before, make sure you check out Desmond's music. Show him your love and support. You can see him on Friday. We're also going to be on Friday. We got a lot of other things we'll be talking about. As, of course, we got a lot of articles concerning WWE 2K17, the video game. We're going to go into extensive detail about that tomorrow because, as we all know, this coming Tuesday is when the game is officially released. Desmond will, of course, have the game. And on the 14th, he will give an initial review of the game. And by the 21st, he'll have a full review of the game and what it's like and everything else. So, ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout for all that coming your way this Friday. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will now commence with Season 4 of Arrow. So, before we get into Arrow, what we're going to do right now is we're going to give a brief moment of silence. What this moment of silence is, this is the opportunity for all of you out there, if you're listening to the show right now and you've not seen the 4th season of Arrow and you don't want spoilers. If you don't want any spoilers, I'm going to give you guys a chance to turn off the show and walk away. Now, for those of you who don't care about spoilers or want to hear our thoughts on the 4th season, stay tuned. So we're going to give a brief moment of silence starting now. Okay, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, you've had your chance. We start the 4th season of Arrow. Now, this, ironically, I had to laugh during because I just pulled up the notes. I noticed the director of the first episode is Thor Frudenthal. The guy's name is Thor.
Doesn't even show a picture of him.
Oh, yeah. So, Zach, so I have to ask.
Yes.
How many times did he have you scream, "You have failed this city"? Take the arrow, take it. Yes, I love the arrow. Obsolete. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry. I had to get that out of my system one time. But anyway, we get to the first episode, which is called Green Arrow. Diggle, Thea, and Laurel continue fighting crime in Starling City, recently renamed Star City in honor of Ray, who died in the explosion, who apparently died in the explosion, on the last episode of season 3. The city's leadership, which includes Quentin, assembled to discuss a group of criminals named the Ghosts, who are terrorizing the city. Dark, revealed to be controlling the Ghosts, systematically begins assassinating the city's leadership, but fails to kill Quentin. Laurel and Thea convince Oliver, who was trying to propose to Felicity, to return and help them, which Diggle reluctantly approves. Oliver realized that Felicity has been helping the team, which tracks the Ghost, where they witness Dark using some form of mystical energy manipulation. Oliver notices Thea's excessive aggressiveness. Working together, the team stops Dark's terrorist attack. Diggle deduces that Dark is leading Hive. Afterward, Oliver takes the name Green Arrow and broadcasts a message to the city vowing to be a beacon of hope, while Quentin is revealed to be working with Dark under duress. In flashbacks, Waller finds Oliver and forces him back on Leon Yu to assess a new threat. He is captured upon arrival.
Yep.
So right now, we already know. Right now, we get to see here that Oliver was pretty much living the quiet life.
Yes.
He's in like a suburban neighborhood. Him and they're like exchanging recipes, and they're pretty much doing all this the typical suburban bullshit.
Yep.
And if they had kids, they'd be talking about diaper genies and routes to work and shit. Carpooling. It's like, sometimes I take the highway, but when the highway's got traffic, I got some side streets that I take, like those kind of stupid ass conversations. And Oliver's about ready to propose to Felicity, and they're happy. But now they're being forced to come back.
Yes.
And Felicity really wants to go. Oliver does not.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver really just wants to live the quiet life now.
Yes.
But he's been forced back. And then what I love about this is the hypocrisy in this episode with Quentin.
Mm-hmm.
All this shit he gives Oliver.
And he's working for the bad guy.
And he's working for the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
You, Mr. Queen, are not a hero. You are a villain, and all this terrorist stuff he says to him. And look what the fuck he's doing now. Yeah, you realize, wow, this guy's not perfect either. I fucking hate Quentin. I'm sorry. He's my least favorite character in this whole entire series. But anyway, of course, Damien Dark comes into play, which I got to be honest with you guys. Zach hasn't shut up about Damien Dark for weeks. He's been waiting to talk about Damien Dark. This is his crowning moment now.
Yes.
We need to talk more about Damien Dark. But I do have one clip from the first episode that I will play right now. And this is Oliver giving his statement about officially becoming now the Green Arrow.
Captain, new problem.
Seriously?
Someone's hacked into the emergency broadcast system. It's taken over the network.
6 months ago, the arrow died. But what he's searching for did.
It lived on from the heroes who took up his mantle.
People who believe that this city should never descend into hopelessness. Who believe, although life is full of darkness, that darkness can be defeated by light. And tonight, I am declaring my intention to stand with them.
To fight for this city. To be the symbol of hope that the arrow never was. I am the Green Arrow.
All right. And with that speech, which I thought very well done,
Very well.
this is the moment where now Oliver is officially making his transition. Where now I'm no longer the guy who's righting my father's wrongs.
Yes.
I'm now going to actually be a hero.
Yes.
I'm now interested in saving lives rather than avenging my father.
Yes.
Which I got to be honest, didn't that kind of defeat the purpose
Of this whole show.
of the whole show?
Yes, he was there to take out the people who destroyed the city. Instead, he's giving them another chance, which some of them don't deserve.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is this. He
Okay.
was trying to get them to right the wrongs, and then if they didn't right the wrongs, then he killed them.
There you go.
But there were some people who did exactly what Arrow said, and they lived.
And some people didn't do what Arrow said.
And they died.
Yeah.
The difference is now he's going to become more of a Batman type where I don't kill.
Yeah, Arrow said, Batman kills. No, I don't.
It depends on the series. There's been some series where Batman didn't have that or didn't
have a choice.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about is that you got to find that happy middle ground where at some point you do have to do this because some people just are never going to change.
Yep.
And that's a lesson, unfortunately, that Arrow has to learn because at some point, they get mad at him over the killing and then he decides not to kill anymore. And then they get mad that he's not killing people. That's like a dude, that's like saying you drink too much. Then the guy quits drinking. He goes, "You're no fun." Like, it's because I'm not drinking anymore, you asshole. The fuck did we just talk about?
Amen to that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's dumb as hell. There's a price that comes with everything. Like I'll be honest. I would rather you be sober and boring. I like sober boring you more than drunk you.
Anybody likes a sober boring me because I'm not an asshole. I'm sober boring me.
And you're not, and it's a joke because you're not boring either way.
Or not.
No, it's just when you're sober, you're easier to calm down when you get too crazy. When you're drunk, you won't even listen to a goddamn cop. So anyway,
let's don't talk about that.
We're not going to talk about that. But anyway, I'm just making a point. So on that note, we're going to move on to episode 2, The Candidate.
The Candidate. The Queen family friend, Jessica Darkforth, decides to run for mayor. Shut up.
Go.
During an announcement, she is attacked by Lonnie Machine, an anarchist hired working for Dunn. I can't say that word. These aggressive behavior forces Oliver to relieve to her the warning Michael Merlin gave her before he put Thea in the Lazarus pit. Diggle tells Laura about Hobbit. He successfully stops the Machine, but Thea sets him on fire in the process. Later, Machine escapes police custody. Laura decides to take Thea back to the pit. You do this. I can't talk right now.
Okay, the Queen family friend Jessica Danforth decides to run for mayor. During her announcement, she's attacked by Lonnie McKinn, an anarchist for hire working for Dark. Thea's aggressive behavior forces Oliver to reveal to her the warning Malcolm Merlin gave him before he put Thea in the Lazarus pit. Diggle tells Laura about Hive. The team successfully stops Mackin, but Thea sets him on fire in the process. Later, Mackin escapes police custody. Laurel decides to take Thea back to Nanda Parbat, both to find a way to stop the aggression and to bring Sarah's body to the pit. Oliver decides to run for mayor after Jessica backs out of the race. Meanwhile, Felicity takes over for Ray at the company and takes an operative named Curtis Holt to find a way to save the financial crisis. In flashbacks, Oliver kills a soldier and is tasked by Waller to infiltrate the local military operation run by an officer named Ryder. Ryder decides to recruit Oliver for his cause instead of killing him. So basically, what happens is, because the warning was about, the Lazarus pit was meant to heal wounds and...
Yeah, but it makes the person
angry and aggressive.
Very angry and aggressive.
And there's a And basically what it does is it gives them some type of thing that I'm not going to mention because it will bleed over to the next episode. But basically the side effect is you become very angry and aggressive. And what Laurel wants to know is, can it bring back the dead?
Yes.
They're thinking about bringing Sarah's body back, which Malcolm already says, first of all, bad idea.
Yes.
Second of all, she's been dead for so long, I don't know if it might be too late. Like, if it's an immediate death, they might be able to help, but if too much time goes by, it might not. There's no guarantee it can work.
True.
But that's what the Lazarus Pit's meant to do. And, of course, Felicity ends up taking over as CEO of Ray's company.
Yes.
And she finds the awkward moment of basically now she has to A, run a company, and B, she finds out that a lot of people are being let go for financial reasons. Mm-hmm. And Curtis was trying to use an algorithm to, help save money and not get rid of jobs. But instead they use the algorithm to fire people.
Yes.
So Felicity was stuck with that awkward moment where she has to fire somebody and you can just see the tears in her eyes.
Yes.
That's why that's a hard job to have.
Yes.
Like, for example, I learned this working when I was at Cumulus. When Eric Von Hessler was fired.
Yes.
Right around the time he got fired, a new HR guy had already been hired. This is the thing you need to know about companies. If they hire a new human resources person, it means some people are getting fired.
Yes.
Because here's why. It's easy for someone who's brand new to tell somebody they've been let go. It would be like if you and I, let's say I'm an HR guy. Mm-hmm. You work at this company. Mm-hmm. I've seen you. I know you. We're friends and everything. And I have to sit you down and say you're being let go. Mm. That's going to be the most awkward conversation you and I would ever have.
Yep.
Because I got to tell you you're being let go. You got to talk about how I don't have money. I'm not going to pay rent, my family, whatever. And I have to sit there and go, I know, I don't want to do this. It's emotional. It gets emotional for people. So with the new HR guy, he can just say, look, you're being let go. And he has no shame because he don't know you. So that's really what it does. It's to make the firings painless. Felicity has too much of a heart of gold to take any kind of joy in that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, most people think they're heartless when they do it. The truth is, they have to be.
Yes.
Because that can wear on you. It's like doctors. Mm-hmm. Like if you like I learned from watching the show Scrubs that a lot of times doctors are hard asses or they're very quick to the point and they don't show a lot of emotion when they're working with people, and it's because they know that no matter that there are some cases where patients die in a hospital.
Yeah,
and if you let that wear on you, it will destroy you as a doctor. So you got to have that moment of I'm sorry and that moment because that's how they're able to continue working. Mm-hmm. It's not that they don't care; it's just they can't afford to. Because because you're not gonna have time to cry over a patient's death because within the next couple minutes there could be another flat line, and you got to be ready to take care of that and make sure that one doesn't die on you. Yeah. So it's an awkward situation for anybody, but that's what we notice in this. And of course, they try to go to Nanda Parbat to find the answer, which brings us to episode 3. Restoration. Laurel and Thea arrive in Nanda Parbat and request Malcolm to use the Lazarus Pit for Sarah. He initially refuses and tells Thea that she needs to kill some people once in a while to suppress the lust. So she basically has a bloodlust. Mm-hmm. So basically she has to kill people to calm that down. In order to appease her, he eventually agrees to revive Sarah. When Sarah returns feral, Nyssa destroys the Lazarus Pit in retaliation, and Malcolm has her imprisoned. Meanwhile, an Argus operative delivers Diggle information on a Hive operative, Mina Fayyad. Fayyad meets with Dark about the growing issue with the vigilantes in Star City. She brings in a metahuman named Jeremy Tell, who can turn his playing card tattoos into physical projectiles. After Tell's initial failure, Dark kills Fayyad for challenging him. Felicity reveals to Curtis that she is aiding Green Arrow. Diggle and Oliver team up and take down Tell, who refuses to talk because of fearing Dark more. He is imprisoned in Iron Heights. In flashback, in order to impress his handler, Oliver uses torture techniques to interrogate the prisoners who are being used to harvest heroin-cocaine hybrid plants. He secretly frees a woman. Basically lets her go.
Yes.
and basically does it with like, running really fast. This guy gets tripped on a landmine and explodes.
Yep.
And then he says that you got away. And then and then he finds some way to make it seem like she did in fact escape. And then of course, Jeremy Tell, who's amazing with the cards and everything, and Damien Dark, and so obviously Nissa is destroying the Lazarus Pit.
Yes.
So now that Lazarus Pit can never be used again. That means that now that means that any resurrection or healing from wounds that you had, you're now fucked. So
not my fault. You're totally.
But Sarah comes back from the dead, and she's basically like, Gollum. Bleh. Like she doesn't look like she still looks hot, but she's like, it's like some Hills Have Eyes shit. Like it's fucking crazy. She basically cannot speak or anything, and it drives everyone crazy. And ultimately, what's interesting is that Oliver and Diggle Diggle and Oliver are now working together again, but Diggle still has not fully forgiven Oliver for his actions as the Al Sahim. Because at one point he actually kidnapped his wife. And Oliver's now basically trying to earn Diggle's trust back. So you see that ongoing tension between them.
Yes.
That's why Diggle is reluctant to want Oliver back on the team. Because he still has not fully forgiven Oliver for all the shit that they've been through. And it's causing a lot of issues. It's causing a lot of problems. And Damien Dark, and I gotta say this, the actor who's playing Damien Dark, I love this guy.
Yeah.
I've seen him in tons of movies. He's very talented.
Yes, he is.
And I just love the fact that he said he challenges him, and he throws the card at him, and Dark just goes, zoom, turns the card around, just boom, kills the guy.
Boom.
Dark's like, I don't take no shit. He's
No
pretty
shit.
He's pretty badass. I like this guy. And on that note, we move on to episode 4 here, which is Beyond Redemption. Quentin has Oliver look into the death of 2 police officers, and the team discovers they were killed by members of the anti-vigilante task force. Laurel brings Quentin to see Sarah, who is chained up in the basement of Laurel's apartment. Felicity identifies Liza Warner as a suspect, and while searching for her, Oliver discovers Quentin meeting with Dark and confronts Quentin, who reveals that Dark threatened to kill Laurel. Dark advises Quentin to kill Sarah, but Laurel dissuades him. Oliver and his team take out the corrupt officers before Liza attempts to kill Oliver, but Quentin convinces her to surrender. Later, Oliver asks Quentin to spy on Dark. Oliver announces his candidacy. Felicity opens an audio of Ray's apparent final moments, and Laurel discovers that Sarah has escaped. In flashbacks, Oliver gets Taina, the woman, to a cave and convinces Officer Conklin of her death. But he discovers Oliver's communication device with Waller. So now Oliver's in an awkward situation where he now has to find his way out of this lie now.
Yes.
Because luckily, this guy, Ryder, finds Oliver very useful.
True.
So he's willing to believe just about anything to make sure he doesn't have to kill him, which is always important to have that advantage in your back pocket. And of course, this is another example of the corrupt officers that are basically now, they're just they're making money on the side for themselves. And basically they weren't supposed to kill the cops, but one guy had an itchy trigger finger because they're trying to explain, look, we're not trying to be robbers. We're just trying to make extra money for our families. Mm-hmm. Which technically you are still robbing. So it's not
yes.
But they're basically saying that we're doing criminal acts, but we're not supposed to act like criminals.
Mm.
We're just supposed to get this stuff, sell it, take the money, go feed our families. We're not doing this to be rich millionaires. Which you'll notice this about a lot of drug dealers, that most of them, that's really what they're doing. Most of them are just look, we're not trying to be the richest cartel people. We're not not all of them are trying to be Scarface. Mm. Some of them are just trying to make enough money to put food on their goddamn table. That's really what it is. So that's usually that blurry line that most people the law mostly has a hard time understanding it. Quentin is realizing that, not everything's as clear and crystal and black and white as he's made it out to be. And Oliver is pissed.
Not happy.
When he finds out Quentin's working with Dart. Not only because of the fact that he's working with Dart, but the fact that all the shit you gave me, motherfucker, I'd be like, you bastard. After all this shit you've been giving me since I came back from Leon U, and you're working with Dark? And then he's giving his reason. Oh, so now there's a justifiable reason. When I had a justifiable reason, I was still a shithead. And now you're chatty Cathy.
Chatty Cathy.
This is bullshit. And that's why I hate Quentin. Like, I wish Oliver would have just decked him one time. He's not going to do it, ever. But now you realize now that Quentin is... I don't think Quentin's ever going to say anything. I think this is the last time we're ever going to see a negative confrontation between Quentin and Oliver ever again.
Probably.
I think their tension needs to end now.
Yes.
Like, Quentin is clearly the hypocrisy from all this.
Very true.
I mean, granted, he had a valid excuse. If somebody threatened to kill my daughter too, I'd want to work with the guy. But when you give somebody else shit when they had justifiable reasons and then you do something wrong, you lose your right to judge at that point.
Yes.
So the argument between Quentin and Oliver should be done. When season 5 starts on Wednesday, I don't want to hear shit about any bullshit tension of any kind. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I agree.
All right. And then we got episode 5, Haunted.
I'll do this one.
All right, go ahead.
In flashbacks, Raider dismisses courtroom's accusation. He said he juices them to a recent captive named John Constantine who escapes and forces Oliver to help him locate a mystical object on the island. Afterwards, John warns Oliver to be wary of Reader's real plans and uses the object to cast a spell on Oliver. In the present, Oliver's fellow strategist, Alex Davis, advises him to stay away from Laura for the campaign, but Oliver does not. Sarah starts killing women, and Oliver discovers she is alive. The team realizes Sarah is looking for Thea and plans to kill her. They capture Sarah, and Oliver contacts John, who restores Sarah's soul. Meanwhile, Dark gives Quentin a new test to install a computer virus in a security company. Diggle goes along and sees his brother named along the list of individuals being deleted by the virus. Later, Felicity and Curtis learn that Ray is still alive, and Diggle learns that his brother was killed because he was a drug cartel leader.
And that's the awkward moment. Diggle realized his brother was a criminal the whole time,
Yes.
and that's why Deadshot was hired to take him out.
Okay.
So it kind of was another interesting scenario there. And then, of course, you got now Alex Davis, who becomes the campaign manager,
Yes.
Trying to make sure, because he knows that that the family's had some issues. But Oliver's like, I'm not going to shelter my friends just for a campaign.
True.
He says, I can work around this.
Yes,
Oliver,
Yes.
for all intents and purposes, is an amazing speaker.
Yes, he is.
Which was revealed when he gave the Green Arrow speech. And later on in the show, I have a clip of one of his latest speeches, and it's fucking amazing.
True.
So we know this about Oliver, that he is clearly, very talented and will pretty much be very successful in this campaign. And then, of course, Dark, he has to get rid of the computer virus and everything. And then, let me see what else we got. What else happened in this episode? So obviously Sarah's still alive. And the reason Sarah's looking for Thea is because Thea's the one who killed her. So I guess Sarah has to kill Thea in order to, become whole again. I don't know. But I know that the guy, and it was interesting about the guy who helps them with the soul, who helps get their soul back. This guy, John. John's the guy, Constantine, he helps him with the mystical thing. And then Oliver brings John back because John and Oliver became friends on the island.
Yes.
So John says, yeah. So they form this circle around Sarah's unconscious body,
Yes.
which they finally got unconscious after she was like, rah, for a whole time. And then eventually, I love it because he goes to another dimension and they fight all these bad guys.
Yes.
To get Sarah, to free Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And then bring her soul back, and then she's resurrected, and now Sarah is normal again.
Normal. Somewhat.
Yeah. Well, Normal in the sense that she's not. We don't have to listen to that shit.
Thank God.
You know, she's no longer a cave bitch. You know, she's no longer Quest for Fire.
Quest for
Okay. Excuse me, ma'am, you're making a lot of noise. Anyway, on that note, we move on to what's the next episode? Oh yeah, episode 5, Haunted. No, wait, was that Haunted? No, we did that one.
You're doing Lost Souls.
Lost Souls, yeah, sorry. As Oliver works on his campaign, Felicity continues searching for Ray with the help of Curtis. Ray is able to send a new message, letting Felicity know that he survived the explosion because his suit successfully shrank him down to a small size, and that he is being held prisoner, and where to find the schematics to build a device to return him to his normal size. In a second message, Felicity discovers that Dark is the one imprisoning Ray, hoping to get the technology from his suit. The team tracks Dark to his hideout, and with the device created by Curtis, they successfully save and restore Ray. Thea starts dating Alex, while Quentin and Donna start their own date. Dark orders tests a power source made by Ray's technology on a mystical board. Meanwhile, Sarah struggles with the bloodlust and decides to leave Star City to gain control. In flashbacks, Ryder sends Oliver on a search for another ancient ruin that is supposed to yield a gift for Ryder. Conklin has a worker turn on Oliver, who kills him, giving the former the opportunity to question Oliver's motives. So basically, this guy attacked him, and Oliver had to kill him. Basically, did the trademark thing where he grabs his hand by the back, grabs his head like this, like he's doing a scorpion death drop, but instead of dropping him, just snaps the neck.
Yes.
Which is a trademark move of Oliver's. But unfortunately, we only see it in the flashbacks. We don't see it anymore because Oliver doesn't kill people. Although I wish that could be like somewhat his finisher if he ever became a wrestler, like a scorpion death drop would probably be his finisher or something like that. I don't know. But let me see something here. But yeah, so this is the key moments in the episode is that, you know, Sarah is now realizing she's struggling with the bloodlust.
And she leaves. She has to. She feels like she has to leave, so she's usually killing innocent people.
Exactly.
And it's also stop her trying to kill Thea, but the process it did end up killing her and made her Gollum's sister.
Yeah. I mean, Thea is now trying to control is also, you know, she's having a hard time. While she's on the date with Alex, she attacked this guy. This guy like stalks them or does something rude, and then she attacks him. Yes. But she attacks to the point where it's not cool anymore.
Yeah, true.
Like at first like he threw the guy into the blood, maybe like, you know, beat him because he was taking her purse. Like, and it's like, all right, you got your purse back. Now you're just going too far.
Yes.
You know. It's like, all right, you made your points.
Yes.
You don't have to kill him. And then of course and I like the fact that Ray's suit shrinks. I honestly thought that Ray was going to become like Ant-Man.
Yeah.
When I saw that. Because I instantly thought of Paul Rudd and his suit.
That's still a good movie though.
I'm still shocked that Paul Rudd played a superhero.
Yeah, same here.
That's good.
Yes,
I liked it.
I need you to, I swear, I stopped stealing stuff. I need you to break in and steal something. Okay.
Captain Ant-Man. Nah, just Ant-Man.
I was in prison for 3 years. I know how to punch. Okay. Doink. That's how you punch.
Yeah. Sounds like a fucking franchise.
Yeah. All right.
And then we move on to episode 7, which is Brotherhood.
While Ray refuses to return to Palmer Tech, Hive destroys money at Medford City Bank. John gives all her information that Hive murdered his brother Andy because he was a criminal rival. Dark tells Quentin about his knowledge of the latter's betrayal. The team heads to a lab where they are attacked by Dark's group, and John discovers that Andy is still alive. Working for Hive, John refuses to see Andy as anything more than a traitor unworthy of saving. The team finds out that Dark uses pills to control his operative minds, which would have been administered to Andy. They locate him and the rest of Hive, successfully extracting Andy with help from Ray and John, who confronts Andy with documents which Andy confirms. After a encounter with Dark, they learn that his power is to help cure his bloodlust permanently after Dark failed to drain her life force. In flashbacks, Copeland, I can't spell, shut up, reveals that the worker Oliver killed was Towning's brother, diverting accusation from the former. However, Ryder finds the truth about a mystical object and has Oliver whipped Kirkland as punishment. Oliver later convinces his sister to help him find a map.
Because, well, here's the thing. Oliver didn't know that was her brother when he killed her.
Yes.
He just knew there was a guy attacking him.
Yes.
To which I would reply, what would you have done? Someone's trying to kill you. You don't know the girl had a brother. If I had known it, because if you'd have known in advance it was his brother, he probably could have stopped him. But because he didn't, Oliver was very quick to kill the son of a bitch. So, of course, we find out, so now Andy's alive.
Yes. That when I saw that, I was like, nah.
Because that means Deadshot never got the job done.
Very true.
Which means Deadshot missed.
Which never
He
happened.
never misses.
And also, like, Bullseye either. I don't.
Oh, my God. That's a turn. And unfortunately, he died last season, so we can't get confirmation from Deadshot. You know, Deadshot would have been like, what the fuck? I'm a Deadshot. I don't miss.
You don't miss at all, but Deadshot. Well, I got a question. Little topic, 1 minute. Who's a better shot? Bullseye or Deadshot?
Fuck.
That's a hard one.
I would have said Deadshot because Bullseye did in fact miss, but we found out Deadshot may have missed too. So now I don't know.
Yep.
Probably Deadshot because he uses a gun and he just uses darts and shit. Hey, do you need the address for my work yet? What the fuck?
Can I get one of your cigarettes, please? I'm craving them.
Just say you want cigarettes. We're talking on the freaking air. Like, Jesus Christ, here's a cigarette.
One more thing. Kids, let me explain something to you real quick. You see these things right here? It's not fucking cool. Is it? Do you have any idea how much money he and I probably spend on these a month? Too damn much.
I don't spend any. My mom buys a giant carton and we all just grab packs out of it.
It's
So
killing my pocket.
It's killing your pocket. Yeah, it detours our whole. Every time we try to Frank's house, can we stop and get cigarettes?
I gotta have my nicotine. But that episode right there, you should see the look on Nichols' face about Andy being a lot when he saw Andy. Like,
well, yeah, he's in a state of shock. We all were, and then they think that that they could have been. Andy could have had one of those pills that Dark is using to control people.
True.
And then Thea realizing that, when he tries to steal like Thea's soul, it backfires on because of the blood, because of the Lazarus pit. So they realize that might be a key to stopping Dark. So it looks like Thea might be the one to actually have to fight Dark and kill him, because Thea's the only one that Dark can't do that shit to. Everybody else, he can kill them.
Fucker's bad as hell.
Oh, you love Damien Dark.
That's my favorite villain.
Why is he your favorite villain?
Because he's just a badass. Villains. My favorite villain of all time, hands down, is the Joker. Damien Dark's probably number 2.
Yeah,
That's raised Darkseid from my Superman.
Yeah, very true. And on that note, we're going to move on to the next episode here. This one is definitely one of Zach's favorites because it combines two shows he loves.
Yes.
Legends of Yesterday. Now, Malcolm orchestrates a meeting between Savage, Barry, and Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
Savage demands they turn over Kendra and Carter, or he will destroy both Central City and Star City with the staff of Horus. They devise a plan to deliver the pair as a ruse to get close enough to destroy the staff. The plan fails. Kendra and Carter are killed, and Savage uses the staff to destroy everyone else in the city. Barry escapes and runs fast enough to go back in time to this point of the original negotiation. Barry informs Oliver of his time travel and the mistakes that led to defeat. They change their approach to the plan, and Barry is able to steal the staff. He and Oliver use it on Strange, burning his body. Afterward, Kendra and Carter decide to use their powers to help others in another city. Cisco gives her a tracking device. Meanwhile, Oliver learns about his son, William, and accepts Samantha's condition not to tell William or anyone else about the paternity in order to be able to see William. Malcolm collects Savage's ashes, repeating the words Savage said, the first time he killed the pair.
Hmm.
I do not remember what those words were. Do you?
No.
Yeah, I wish I did more research on that. But what makes this great is the fact that this combines the Arrow and the Flash.
Yes.
And Zach loves the Flash.
Yes, I do.
And this episode was a crossover. Basically, there was an episode called Legends of Today, which crossed over into this. So in Legends of Today, I'll just talk about it right now. It's where Vandal Savage arrived in Central City looking to kill Kendra. Barry goes to Star City and enlists the help of Oliver and his team to protect. The team is visited by Malcolm, who informs them that Savage is an immortal. Later, Kendra is kidnapped by Hawkman, but is rescued by Barry and Oliver, who capture the man, who, introducing himself as Carter Hall, tells him he and Kendra are soulmates who have been connected for millennia. The pair are destined to die, be reborn, and find each other in each lifetime. Carter also reveals that Savage has killed the pair several times, each time growing stronger. Savage acquires a Staff of Horus, a deadly weapon. Kendra unlocks her abilities, and the team decides to regroup in Central City, where Oliver witnesses Samantha Clayton with her son, who is also his. Meanwhile, Caitlin and Harry create a serum that will temporarily increase Barry's speed so he can defeat Doom. Jay initially refuses to test the serum, but changes his mind to save Harry when the latter is shot by an unaware Patty, whom Joe later informs about the truth. However, Jay advises against using the serum on Barry. Now, basically, for those of you that may not remember, I'm not done with this, so you can, okay, fine. Just tell me you want to put it down. Speak, Spot Monkey. Goddamn.
Woof.
Monkeys don't bark, you moron. So anyway, my point is that this was the first part of the episode.
Yes.
Was this part right here with the Flash. And of course, Oliver finding out about William, which we all know his mother paid Samantha to lie, say she had a miscarriage and leave town.
Yes.
And paid her like $1 million.
Yes.
Which apparently she never used the check.
Nope.
But Oliver was heartbroken, not knowing that he had a son. And of course, she's forcing him to keep this a secret in order to see his son. He's begging him, please at least let me tell Felicity. I don't want to keep any more secrets from Felicity. But Samantha pretty much strong arms him.
Yes.
Into doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one time where Oliver is keeping a secret from Felicity, but doesn't want to.
Sure.
And then in Legends of Yesterday, she finds out about it at first, and it breaks them up. And then, but when Barry goes back in time, Felicity never finds out.
Sure.
And this is supposed to set up another episode. There's a third part to this. And it's called Legends of Tomorrow, which is, I believe, it's basically setting up Legends of Tomorrow, which is an action-adventure television series that it airs on the CW. It premiered in January of this year. It's a spinoff from Arrow and the Flash, existing in the same fictional universe. And then on March 11th, they renewed it for a second season. So on October 13th, this is going to be a second season. And basically, everything that happened in Legends of Tomorrow was set up by these two episodes. So that's the only reason I'm bringing them up right now, is because they tie in. So when it says Arrow, and anything episode that says Arrow and the Flash, if you go back to if you watch the Flash as well as Arrow,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Arrow but not the Flash.
Sure.
Zach has seen both,
Yes.
so he knows nothing to do about this. And then Legends of Tomorrow, which I haven't watched. Do you watch Legends of Tomorrow?
No.
I mean either. So I'm just saying, there's a third part to this. You can check out Legends of Tomorrow for the continuing saga of all this craziness. So this kind of took a detour from the Arrow plot and brought him and the Flash together for one episode. And you notice that a lot with episodes on TV shows. There'll be one season that has an ongoing plot, and then out of nowhere there'll be one or two episodes that have nothing to do with the plot, and they're just random.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, they do that a lot with these new shows.
They like to break up the monotony a lot, and it's like, dude, this is not what I've been waiting a week for. Give me the. It's like, are they gonna get together? And then next week it's a random episode where they're going Christmas shopping. It's like It's like, God damn it, are they gonna get together? Don't make me wait another week, you fuckers. 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 You all suck. It's like with South Park. Like, remember in South Park when they said, like, we're gonna reveal who Cartman's father is?
Yeah.
And instead they came out with that Terrence and Phillips show.
Yeah.
And everybody got fucking pissed.
Yeah.
So the following week they finally revealed Cartman's father.
Yeah.
And then you find out like a season or two ago that wasn't Cartman's, that they lied about Cartman's father.
Very true.
The evidence was tampered with. So now we don't know. It's like my father was military, he had a penis. And then you find out, no, that's not true. You find out who Cartman's real father is. You know who his real father is?
I forgot.
Actually, guess who his half brother is?
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I remember.
I made you eat your
that.
parents.
Mm.
So he
See,
killed his own. So Cartman killed his own dad. And then at one point he's crying at the end, and everybody thinks that Cartman's sad because he realized he just killed his dad. And he's like, Cartman, it's okay. He's like, no, it's not. My father was a ginger. He just starts crying, and they're like, what? He's not mad that he killed his father. He was mad that his father was a ginger. I'm part ginger.
yeah. One of my favorite clips is from Cartman was when Kyle, Stan, and Kenny dyed his hair red, and he looked in the mirror like, I'm a ginger. You might have to put him down. Mom!
Man. Clap Frog, how did this happen? On that note, we move on to episode 9, Dark Waters. This is where we get back on track.
Yes, Dark Waters. Oliver's campaign starts initiating to clean up Star City Bay. Dark sends a drone to the bay and begins shooting at students, helping injuring several. In response, Oliver reveals Dark to the media as the leader of Hive and the Ghost. In retaliation, Dark crashes Oliver's campaign holiday party and kidnaps John, Felicity, and Thea. Oliver makes contact and agrees to exchange himself for them. Dark tricks Oliver and attempts to kill them in front of him. Malcolm, dressed as Green Arrow, and Laura arrive and rescue everybody. Afterward, Oliver proposes Felicity, who accepts. As they leave, Dark's men shoot up Oliver's limo, hit Felicity while Dark reunites with his wife and daughter. Meanwhile, Hive's plan, titled Genesis, is revealed to include the mass growing of corn in a large field. And flashbacks, Oliver returns to the ship, the Azimo, and requires the maps. However, Cartman finds Tiana alive and confronts Oliver.
Yes. And basically, this is where, if she hasn't found out already, she's about to, that Oliver killed her brother.
Yes.
Not unknowingly, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the thing we need to make clear. So, of course, this is when they shoot the limousine
Yes.
with Oliver and Felicity in it, and it
Yes.
looks like Felicity's dead.
Yes.
That's the way it's meant to look, because Oliver was finally ready to, to help everyone, save everyone's lives, and do what needs to be done.
Yes.
And Oliver obviously wants to be with Felicity,
Sure.
and again, he's keeping that secret about William and everything. Mm-hmm. So, and then of course, Dark has Vanguard 1. No, it's just a regular drone. Every time I see a drone, I think Vanguard 1. Vanguard 1, magic! Skarsgård with the dilapidated boots, magic!
Yeah.
It's just, I just think Vanguard 1. That's all I'm going to be thinking whenever I see a drone, because it's just funny as hell. And the fact that so many people are easily acquiring them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so obviously, everybody Dark crashing the campaign holiday party, because obviously, there's a lot riding on this election and everything, and Dark really wants to stop Oliver, because he knows that when Oliver becomes mayor, all of Damien Dark's plans are going down the drain.
Yes.
Now, keep in mind, he does not know yet that Oliver is the Green Arrow. At least I don't think he does. And On that note, we move on to the next episode here, episode 10, Blood Debts.
Blood debts.
While Felicity goes under multiple surgeries, Oliver and the team continue searching for Dark. Oliver turns to Quentin for information on Dark's location, while John interrogates his brother Andy. They track down Dark's location, but find only several dead ghost soldiers and an anarchy symbol, deducing that Mackin is back and out for revenge against Dark. Machin is caught, and Oliver interrogates him before freeing him to go after Dark, tracking him in the process. Andy reveals Dark's family house, where Machin goes to. The team arrives and saves Dark's family, but Machin escapes. Dark grants Oliver time to spend with his own family before Dark can kill him. Meanwhile, Felicity is left paralyzed from being shot. John regains his relationship with Andy. Dark's wife, Ruve, is revealed to be his accomplice, and Hive's plan is revealed to be destroying the world and rebuilding it. Some cult shit here. In flashbacks, Conklin presents this proof to Ryder, who allows him the former to whip Oliver as punishment, until Ryder notices the spell on Oliver's abdomen. In exchange for tying his safety, Oliver agrees to help Ryder.
This was a fucking episode.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. So basically, Felicity's now paralyzed.
Yes.
She's confined to a wheelchair. And Damien Dark, because his family was spared, agrees to spare Oliver's life. For now.
For now.
You know, you saved my family, so go spend time with your own family, and you and I will fight another day.
Yes.
You know, Damien, which does show that even though Damien Dark's a fucked up guy, it shows that some bad guys do have a little bit of remorse in them. Like, hey, you did save my family, so tonight you live.
Tonight.
It's like
we're not be deleted.
Yeah, it's like a code of honor in a war.
Yeah.
When you do certain things, you get your life spared temporarily, or when you make exchanges. Like, for example, if you've ever seen The Patriot with Mel Gibson, that scene where he goes and wants to order an exchange for men.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, it was a setup.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, when he walked into the base, he walked out of the base.
Yes.
And they said he has shown no aggression here, hence he cannot be touched.
He killed more of our officers. You get that stupid little boy. Before this war is over, I am going to kill you.
Yeah. And he's like, why wait? Like, he wanted to do it right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for it. Like, it was insane.
We're exchanging for prisoners of us. That's who he is. You're a ghost.
Yeah. It was a crazy scene. So that just shows the honor in which all of them have. It's like, we're going to let you go. Yeah. And then, of course, the mom is concerned as well. And there's one thing about the mom that we haven't mentioned yet that I want to go to real quick before we get to episode 11. How crazy is it that Felicity's mom is dating Quentin?
I guess guys like him like dumb, ditzy women.
They are very dumb, ditzy women sometimes. It's like, she is literally like...
Yeah, that was crappy.
But this is the thing you need to know about dumb, ditzy women. They're dynamite in the bed. That's where their skills lie.
True.
It's like they're good at that. They're just not good at the other stuff. like talking. But anyway.
All
right. And then the next episode is AWOL.
AWOL, episode 11, guys. Felicity returns home from the hospital, trying to figure out her place on the team now that she is a paraplegic. Argus agent seeks out John and Elias for her sister, but is kidnapped before he can tell the pair anything. Yeah. The pair goes to Waller, who secretly gives her a portable hard drive that reveals the operative taken by an organization known as Shadowsphere. John recognizes the name and recounts his first encounter of the war, parting the group in Afghanistan. With Andy's help, the team tracks Shadowsphere. Oliver pressures Felicity to help, who has started having hallucinations of her hacker past self. Shadowsphere infiltrates Argus, looking for access code to a project known as Rubicon. Killing Waller when she refuses to help. Oliver and the team, with Felicity's sisters, enter Argus to stop Shadowsphere. Oliver vows to look way to cure Felicity's
Paralysis.
And John takes Andy to his house. In flashbacks, Reardon is revealed as a leader of Shadow Spirit.
Yes. And here's the interesting thing about this scene
Yes.
that I'm trying to remember where it was. Shadow Spirit is Waller. Was anybody really sad when she died?
No.
No. Like
No.
they said, Waller has no regard for human life
No,
and
she
will
does
gladly
not.
sacrifice someone to keep her mouth shut. He
True.
goes, that's a shame. Boom.
Boom.
I gotta be honest, I was not sad when she got shot. And you notice that a lot of them didn't flinch either.
Yes.
And it's not just because they had guns pointed at their head. Like, no one gave a fuck about Waller because she was such a cunt. And yes, I can say that.
Yes.
I reserve it for really horrible people. And she's just a bad person.
This is not the SEC.
No, yeah, not the FCC. No, it's not.
Nope.
But I'm just saying, usually I would just say bitch, but she's beyond bitch. This woman's crazy. Super King Kamehameha, biatch.
All the kids
But-
around the world. What's
I-
on that list?
No, let's not go the whole song, dude. We don't have that kind of. We don't have that.
He turns around. Fuck.
But the first time Kyle's mom ever caught him. So then, of course, after all this,
Very
and
first
then
time.
Oliver, is pressuring Felicity for help. Those are both mine. Greedy bastard. So anyway, you ate all yours. Those are
I
mine.
did. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yes.
I can't have my data. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
That's one of my other favorite episodes. So
Yes.
yeah,
This was very good.
yeah.
And then, of course,
It keeps on getting darker.
and Felicity keeps saying that I can't find my place on the team now. I'm a paraplegic. Sit in front of the computer. That's what you always fucking do.
Yeah.
It's just now you get to permanently sit.
Yes.
There's just no moment. It's just that now when you're pissed off, you can't put your hand on your desk and stand up and get in Oliver's face.
Yes.
You just have to sit down and look at him and go, "You're an asshole." When you're mad at him, that's the difference. You're working at the computer.
Yes.
When have you not been working? You don't need legs to operate a keyboard.
Sure.
What you should be concerned with is what kind of freaky sex shit can you do with Oliver once you get married? That should be your question. Because as Oliver, that's what I want to know.
Yes.
Like, how is sex going to work? That's what I want to know.
True.
Is it going to work? How is it going to be done? What are we going to do? Can you still, that's the interesting thing. Can you still have an orgasm if you're paralyzed? I don't know. How do you tell?
Yeah.
How would you tell? And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm asking a legit question here.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to know that. If I had a girlfriend that was paralyzed, I would want to know. Do you still feel an orgasm? If you listen to the Boochcast, you're in a wheelchair. First of all, I'm sorry. I apologize if you're offended, but if you want to call in at 347-838-8433, we got about a half hour to go in the show. Let us know if that's possible. Can you get an orgasm in a wheelchair? Like, if you're paralyzed, could you feel the orgasm? Would it matter? If you're a guy who sucks at giving orgasms, you may want to start dating paralyzed people. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm thought. I'm just saying.
That's fucked up.
It is.
Come from you. You need to apologize.
Sorry. I'm getting off this topic now.
Okay.
And let's go to okay. And ironically, Unchained is the next episode.
Just read it.
Okay. The team goes after a burglar, and Oliver and Thea manage to corner him. He escapes when Thea loses consciousness. Malcolm reveals to Oliver that since she has not taken a life, the bloodlust is killing her. Oliver finds out that the burglar is Roy. They free Roy from the control of a man who goes by the name Calculator. Felicity tracks the Calculator through the web, reveals he intends to shut down the entire city, killing everyone in the process. The team manages to stop the plan. Meanwhile, Ruve enters the mayoral race, then slips into a coma. It's a mayoral race. Thea slips into a coma. The Calculator is revealed to be Felicity's father, Noah Cutler. Roy decides to leave again. Nissa escapes her cell in Nanda Parbat, visits Tatsu, and somehow convinces her to give her Lotus, a cure for Thea's bloodlust. She demands Oliver to kill Malcolm in exchange for the Lotus. In flashbacks, Ryder tortures Oliver for information on the maps he's acquired. Oliver has a mystical meeting with the soul of Shadow, who gives him a special stone, and he reveals to Taina that he killed her brother.
Yes.
That was awkward.
That was awkward.
It's like she's pissed off now.
Very pissed off.
And then of course Shadow does show up again, which is
Yes.
kind of cool. I like Shadow. And then of course and then you find out that Noah's father is the Calculator, which what the hell kind of villain name is that?
Not Noah. Felicity's father is the Calculator.
Noah is the name of Felicity's father.
And he's the Calculator.
I said, what the hell kind of name is the Calculator?
Sorry, guys.
Jesus Christ. Good help is so hard to find these days. And he came so highly recommended. So anyway.
Pretty obsolete.
Deletion. Calculator. But I'm just saying, how do you have a name like the Calculator? That's not like something that would
called the pencil or the pen.
it's like no, I'm the most evil villain of all. The standardized test. Just I determine your future and I make no fucking sense at all. If Jill buys 3 apples and Anna buys 5, how long before the trains collide? What?
I don't want to know.
I don't either. All right. Well, anyway, he gets a special stone. Anyway, all that. So on that note, I just don't understand how the Calculator, how that name works. But anyway, we're going to move on to episode 13 here. Sins of the Father.
Oliver refuses Lisa's offer. Instead, he manages to convince Malcolm and Recurrence to control of the League to Nissa in exchange for the Lotus. After your exchange, Malcolm double-crosses Nissa, and a war starts between the 2 assassin factions in Star City. Oliver convinces Malcolm to challenge Nissa into a duel. Oliver uses the ancient rules to trade places with Nissa as her husband. The former beats Malcolm, but instead of killing him, cuts off his hand wearing the demon's head ring and exchanges his ring for the Lotus. However, Nissa disbands the League, destroys the ring. Malcolm informs Stark about Oliver's son William. Meanwhile, Noah reveals to Felicity that he is the Calculator, claiming to have changed him into a good person. She finds out that he is lying and turns him over to the police. In flashback, Tatiana takes a stone from Oliver, gives it to Reader, demanding her freedom, which Reader refuses to do, tracks her to help Oliver recover. She later reconciles with him. Raider informs Oliver that the stone led to the location of what he seeks, and they're going to AKA Dick.
Yeah. So this one is definitely a compelling episode. It says Sins of the Father. I like this because Malcolm just couldn't. All Malcolm had to do was turn over the ring, but his ego wouldn't let him do it.
Sure.
So he's pretty much letting Thea die. So this is the moment.
Ego.
This is the ego moment now where Malcolm is no longer part of the Alliance at this point.
True.
And then he turns on them and joins forces with Damien Dark.
Yes.
And brings Oliver's son William into the equation, which is not good at all. This
Not
is
good
now,
for Oliver in any sort of way.
yeah. So now, it's just now become even worse
Yes.
for everyone involved.
Yes.
So now, not only that, you got the rival factions in Starling City, and now everything's going down. And then, of course, we have the duel. Now, I have a clip.
You have a clip.
This is the clip of Oliver and Malcolm and the duel for the ring.
Yes.
So, for your listening pleasure, here is the duel between Oliver Queen and Malcolm Merlin.
Sure.
One of your crazier ideas, and that is competitive field.
Well, the guy that had the crazy one coming.
We got 3 minutes and 56 seconds.
In death-sticking taste, we will forego the removal of shirts.
We finished with this charade.
As you wish.
Hold! In the eyes of the League, this woman is my wife. It's your husband's. I wish to fight on her behalf.
I've never allowed anyone to fight my battle for me.
Do you want to become boss or do you want to die?
Why are you doing this?
Tell me yourself you can compete further if I am forced to choose. Between your life and his. That was justice now.
Look, disappointed, I must say. You're the one who put us in this position, Malcolm. Can I remind you the role you played in putting this ring on my finger?
No, I remember.
Now that correct that mistake.
I can't believe it.
You've grown even more foolish with experience.
3 years. Let's finish this. Last chance, Malcolm. Deal. Never. Like this. You must kill me. You always did that helper. Always been twice. Really your fault. Just. Bring me the roses. You are Ra's uncle.
Thank you, husband.
So that's pretty much how the whole thing unfolded. But of course, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Oliver should have killed him.
Yes.
He needed to kill him.
Okay.
Because Malcolm Merlyn, at that point, especially when if he had killed him, Dark would have never known about William, and what's about to unfold would never have happened.
True.
But also, Malcolm Merlyn has proven he doesn't give a shit about anyone.
True.
He's obsessed with power.
Very. Very true.
So he is one of those people that does not deserve justice.
This don't deserve justice at all.
You know, and it's for goddamn ridiculous that Oliver has been given this sudden attack of conscience. And it's from his stupid friends. I'm sorry. He has a lot of stupid friends.
I'm one of your stupid friends.
Yes, but you're not stupid enough to tell me that if somebody was threatening my family and if I tried to kill them, you wouldn't look at me like you're a murderer.
I'll walk away. Have fun.
You were no, you wouldn't walk away. You'd help. Probably. See, a friend walks away. A best friend helps. So
Okay.
I don't know which side you want to ride on.
I'll probably have to help you. I'll help you hide the bodies.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I can't lift those myself. Got a bad back, kill me. But anyway. True.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, we got the next episode, Code of Silence.
Code of Silence.
This one's called, this one, Malcolm joins Dark, Rube, and the other leaders of Hive, and is revealed that they are moving on to phase 5 of their plan. Dark sends a group of missionaries known as the Demolition Team to take out Quentin, whom Laurel saves. With Curtis's help, Felicity realized the Demolition Team is planning to destroy the building of the mayoral debate between Oliver and Rube, leaving her alive as a sympathetic survivor. In politics, that shit can work.
Mhm.
Oliver and his team stop the mercenaries in time for Oliver to win the debate. Yeah! Oliver and Felicity become engaged, and Curtis presents her a device that can cure her paralysis. Dark kidnaps William. Meanwhile, Thea finds out about William and supports Oliver's decision to hide it from Felicity. Quentin tells Donna and his previous involvement with Dark. In flashbacks, in order to gain the approval of the prisoners, Oliver kills Conklin, who reveals that Ryder plans to kill all the prisoners after he finds his ultimate power. So obviously, Taina, like we said before, reconciled with Oliver. She's now forgiven him. She now understands that, yes, she killed her brother, but didn't know it was her brother. And he was being attacked. What the hell is he going to do? So what's interesting about this phase is the fact that Thea found out. Like, Oliver didn't go around telling everybody but Felicity. People just happen to find out on their own.
Yes.
And Oliver's swearing them all to secrecy because he doesn't want to lose custody, or not custody, but the right to see his own son.
Sure.
And it's one of those awkward moments. And, Oliver's like saying, look, I'm not trying to get joint custody here. I just want to be able to spend time with my kid if I can.
Yes.
And I think that, I think any father should deserve that right if they really want it.
True.
If they don't want it, then don't worry about it then. But I'm just saying, one of those cases, I don't see a real problem with it. And of course, they're bringing in the Demolition Team, and now we know that this is another one of those we're going to cleanse the world cult shit is starting to come up.
Yep.
And on that note, let me see what we got. And we're good. We got episode 15 here, which is Taken. Love this title.
Taken.
Damien Dark, I will find you, and I will kill you.
Yeah, you're going to have a hard time doing it, though.
And then take this box of tricks back to my apartment.
On that note, Dark demands Oliver to draw from the mayoral race in exchange for William. Oliver really, you do it. I can't talk out loud.
Jesus Christ.
I can't. It's always been a problem.
That is why you need to be hooked on phonics. Dark demands Oliver withdraw from the mayoral race in exchange for William. Oliver reveals the truth about William to the rest of the team while revealing his alter ego to Samantha. He asks a Detroit-based vigilante named Mary McCabe for help, as her powers are derived from magic. Magic! Murray tracks William's location, but they fail to rescue him. Oliver withdraws from the race while the team discovers the root of Dark's powers and sets a plan to destroy his mystical idol. The plan works. Dark is left powerless and arrested, while William is saved. They also discover that Malcolm was the one who kidnapped William. Oh, shit. Later, Oliver sends William and his mother away for safety, planning to reveal the truth to William when he's 18. Felicity decides to break up with Oliver while she recovers her ability to walk. In flashback, a passage discovered that leads to Ryder's ultimate power, and the spell on Oliver's stomach allows him to pass unharmed. I got 2 words I want to say right now in regards to this episode. Fuck Felicity.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Am I the only one who thinks she's wrong?
No, you're not the only person. I think she's wrong.
How messed up is that? He's like, I can't believe you were lying to me. Bitch, and then he even told her. They even said in the interview, I had to keep the secret or she wouldn't let me see my son. And Samantha even said, I forced him to do it. He wanted to tell you.
Yes.
So why did they still break up? There's no continuity there. At that point, Felicity's a bitch. There's no justification there. If they had cut out all that other crap and Felicity just said, I'm done, and walked out and didn't hear the explanation, then there'd at least be a story.
Yeah.
Then at some point, Felicity could find out the real thing, come back to Oliver, say, I'm sorry, I love you, and then they get married.
Yeah.
At this point, Felicity is the bitch. And I will say this is the cool part. You know, I hate this whole scene. As they're breaking up, she gets out of the chair and still walks out the fucking door. Usually a moment like that's supposed to make you forget the petty stuff and you're just happy that you can walk and they move on.
Yes.
It's like, what the fuck? Who wrote this episode? Wait. I know who wrote this episode. Gregory Smith, Mark Guggenheim, Ketso Shimizu, and Brian Ford Sullivan. The fuck is wrong with you people? How did this make any sense in your mind? Were you taking large amounts of LSD when you wrote this fucking this episode? What? Gregory, how did you allow this to get on TV? Who? What?
Stop ranting.
Motherfucker, this is my show. I'll rant if I want to. It's my show and I'll rant if I want to.
10 minutes left.
Actually, there's 13. That's 3 minutes fast. But I see your point. You know what?
What?
I'll just play the clip.
Just play the clip.
There's a clip at the end where Oliver leads a message for William. Because he knows he's going to see William someday, but not right away because he knows he's not safe. So this is the emotional message that Oliver leads for William. It's like a video message that he's supposed to see when he's older and can understand more. So here's the message.
Okay.
Hi, William. I hope you're well.
We don't finish it. I guess you just finish it.
And I hope you're safe.
Or you want to finish it today?
There's something that I want to tell you. I wanted to tell you before, but
It's only a couple episodes, so worst case scenario, we'll finish it tomorrow. I might
this
just
is
go
better.
through the whole thing.
I'm your father. Biologically, that is. As far as really being your father goes, I haven't earned that yet. Father should be there for his child every day, no matter what, to make sure that they feel loved, that they feel safe, and a child should be able to rely on their father and go to him for guidance and reassurance. I have failed to do that for you. And now I'm going to tell you why. I'm the Green Arrow. And my life is very dangerous, which is why we decided to keep you out of it for all these years. What happened to you in Star City? That was my fault. And I can't allow anything like that to happen ever again. And that's why I've asked your mother to move you far away. And to not tell anyone where she's taking you. Including me. It's also why I asked her to wait to show you this message until after your 18th birthday. I wanted to give you a real childhood. I wanted to give you that gift. Goodbye, son. Sure, it's not forever.
So obviously it's an emotional, heartfelt moment.
Yeah.
And as soon as he finishes that video, that's the moment when Felicity dropped the bombshell that she was bringing up with him. So pretty much everything just goes to shit in that moment.
Yes, it does.
So on that note, we are going to move on to episode 16, which is properly titled Broken Hearts.
Broken Hearts.
Carrie Cutter, Cupid,
Cupid.
returns to Star City and begins targeting high-profile couples. While the team works to track her whereabouts and prevent any more killings, Laurel works on Dark's prosecution. After several failed attempts to find a suitable witness, Quentin testifies to his involvement. The team discovers that Carrie is targeting couples that have recently been married in order to draw her out. Oliver convinces Felicity to stage a secret wedding with him to set themselves up as targets, intentionally leaking the information to the media. The plan works, and Carrie attacks Oliver and Felicity at the ceremony. Felicity distracts her long enough for Diggle and Thea to apprehend her. Dark's bail is denied, and he is remanded into custody. Quentin is suspended pending an investigation, while Felicity quits the team for good. In custody, Dark is shown wearing a mystical ring he secretly carried inside. In flashbacks, Oliver leads Ryder to a mystical idol, but steals it and runs off into the tunnels with Tiana. The pair incapacitate two mercenaries and acquire their guns. So, lots going on in this episode. And
Yes.
what's interesting is that, Quentin puts everything on the line
Yes.
and admits to his involvement with Damien Dark.
Very true.
And the guy says, why would I? And of course, Quentin gives the most valid answer he can when people say, how do we know you're not lying? He said, why would I risk my entire job and my life and my career for a lie? Which was good enough for the judge. So Quentin is obviously suspended from his duty pending the investigation. Basically, when the investigation's over, he would either be reinstated or locked up as an accomplice. And Quentin's willing to take that risk because he knows he cannot let Damien Dark continue to run free.
Yes.
Especially when that's Quentin was their best chance at getting Damien locked up because he has a strong legal team and is clearly able to influence a lot of people. And then, of course, Felicity quits the team for good, which we all know that never works out very well.
Nope.
And then, of course, they have the secret wedding. And I want to be honest with you guys. I've got a clip of the wedding right here. This is the wedding with Felicity and Oliver. And I gotta say this is you can see in this is obviously Oliver looking for his last chance at getting Felicity to really want to marry him for real.
Yes.
And here is the wedding vow moment.
In position. The psychopath here other than paparazzi.
Stopped into security cameras, all clear.
Everything okay?
Yes.
I'd like to assure you, I won't breathe a word of what goes on here to the press. Thrilled to be part of your day. Can we get this over with? Can't wait to be married to this guy. In that case, I know you've written your own vows. Felicity? Vows? Okay. Oliver, you have many qualities. Many astonishing qualities, and I, for one, cannot wait to move on to the next chapter. All right. Oliver.
Before I met you, I had a plan. I had a way that I was going to be. Then you walked into my life. All right, I showed up here from the cubicle and you changed everything. I was in darkness. But with your kindness, your generosity, your compassion, your intelligence, your wit, and your trust, you brought me into the light. You let me know that I deserved it. You were I don't know if I still deserve that truth. If I deserve you. But whatever has happened, whatever will happen, the way that you make me feel is the best part of my life. You can ask me to say that I don't love you. But I will never lie to you again. You are my homes. And I just want the chance to be yours.
Hello, lover.
Run. Copy that. I'm here.
Yeah, we got that. Hold tight. Your little speech. Only not quite a little. See, she isn't the best thing in your life. Because that means you love her. And love means you are soft. And soft means delicious. Oh, sorry, I didn't check your gift registry. Was an explosion that would bring down this whole building on your list?
And obviously, this leads to another speech, which I don't have a clip for, where Felicity really goes in. And when the way they present it, you think that Felicity wanted to get back together with Oliver, the emotion she showed about talking about love and everything. And of course, Cupid gets brought down and arrested and everything. Works out great, except for the fact that Oliver and Felicity do not get back together.
Yep.
Which is kind of a bit of a sad moment there. Now, and I want to say this right now, and I'm letting all the Boochcast listeners know this. I've been thinking for the last couple clips and everything about what I want to do right now, and I've been looking at everything going down this week, and I decided we're going to finish season 4 today.
Okay.
Because we don't have a choice in the matter.
No.
So I'm letting all the Boochcast fans, listeners know in advance that we're going to be going to overtime. What this means is when this show is in the archives later, so go to facebook.com/the Boochcast, TheBoochcast. If you're listening right now live, if you fast forward to this point, you can hear everything that's going to happen from this moment on. I decided to go into overtime because there's no way that I could fit the rest of this in at any point this week.
Okay.
So we got to finish it today.
Okay.
So I'm saying
we only got a couple more episodes anyways.
Yeah. So we're just going to wrap this up here, and we're going to move on into the next phase of it and get everything set up and done. So for those of you that did tune in live, I do want to thank you guys for tuning in live with us today.
60
and
seconds.
I want to say that, you know, as always, there will be a show tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. West Coast time, where I'll be doing a recap of tonight's Monday Night Raw. That will be the key thing that will happen. And, of course, I will also be taking care of some other business on that show as well. Don't forget Wednesday. We'll be talking about SmackDown Live and a variety of other things. Also, I want to say Thursday, I will have a Boochcast episode, but it will not be live. It will be taped because Thursday I have to go to court. So I'm going to handle that business. And then on Friday, Desmond will be in studio. We're going to be talking WWE 2K17. I'm going to let Desmond share his thoughts on Arrow since he hasn't had a chance to talk about it yet. And, of course, there will be Battle of the Shits Part 2 with Kevin Dunn versus Broken Gator Ricky Ross. So I thank you guys all so much for tuning in live, and I hope you guys will fast forward to this point right here.
Later, guys.
Where we talk about the rest of Arrow.
Yep. Go to YouTube.
All righty. And if you're on YouTube, you're still live with us right now.
Hello.
So we're going to push forward and wrap this sucker up. And we are on episode
18.
18?
Yep.
We're on 18? No, I don't think we're on that.
Yeah, we are.
No,
No,
we're on 17. We're on 17.
17.
Don't. Okay. And this one's called Beacon of Hope.
Beacon of Hope.
Am I reading this?
I'll try one more time after this. I'm giving up.
All right.
The insect lady, because I can't say her name, orchestrates her release from prison and travels to Star City in search of the biomechanic chip that helped Felicity walk. Bree attacks Palmer Tech, holding the board hostage until Felicity turns herself over. Curtis tracks down Oliver's hideout, discovering his secret in the process, so that he could offer his help to the team to save Felicity, Donna, and Thea. Oliver is stung by one of the Bree's robotic bees. Curtis realizes that Sting actually implanted a bee within Oliver that is replicating itself. Laurel uses her canary card to save Oliver. Felicity is able to evacuate the board members while Bree reveal that you do this. I can't do this.
God, you can't read for shit. Bree Larvin orchestrates her release from prison, travels to Star City in search of the biomechanical chip that helps Felicity walk. Bree attacks Palmer Tech, holding the board hostage until Felicity turns herself over. Curtis tracks down Oliver's hideout, discovering his secret in the process so that he can offer his help to save Felicity, Donna, and Thea. Oliver is stunned by one of Bree's robotic bees. Curtis realizes this thing actually implanted a bee within Oliver that is replicating itself. Laurel uses a canary cry to save Oliver. Felicity is able to evacuate the board members, while Bree reveals she's after the chip because she has a tumor that is going to leave her paralyzed, and she wants that chip so she can walk again. Curtis develops a virus to shut down the bees and uses them to stop Bree. Meanwhile, Malcolm visits Dark and informs him that Hive is proceeding with Genesis without the latter, who later gains the loyalty of Michael Amar. Andy is revealed to be still allegiant to Dark. In flashbacks, Oliver engages Ryder, whose powers from the idol dwindle, and the latter escapes into the tunnels to recover it. Oliver and Tiana decide to save the prisoners instead. So instead of saving themselves, they go back to help the prisoners and then free them and then take care of everything there.
Yes.
So basically in this scene, in this episode, by this point, Oliver and Diggle have already made peace. We should probably make that clear.
Mm-hmm.
Diggle has now earned Oliver's trust and forgiveness. Oliver's earned Diggle's trust and forgiveness. I'm sorry. So everything here pretty much goes back to normal. Everything somewhat, at least in their eyes, until they have to go through this whole scenario. And of course, it's great to see, a new character with a new, concept with killer robotic bees. Bees are terrible on their own, but these are robotic. And the fact that when they sting
Wasps
you,
are even worse.
but now you got the bee that stings you, but now it's a bee inside your body and it's replicating, which basically means there's multiple bees now inside your body that are internally going to fucking kill you.
So if you ever date this broad, somebody like this broad, she has that way to do things. Don't cheat on her.
Oh yeah, she pretty much is wearing the pants in that relationship because no one's going to cross her.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
Very crazy.
That's why I could never date her, because I would be so submissive. I'm afraid, the one day I forget to do the dishes, it's like, it's the fucking dishes. What the hell? Anyway, and then on that note, I have a clip from 17.
Okay.
This is a training segment between all the members of Team Arrow.
Okay.
Oliver, Thea, Diggle, everybody. I think even Sarah might be in it. I don't know.
Okay.
But this is the team training, and I just found this kind of funny.
Yep.
Your back foot's flooding out.
Just because you can't see me doesn't mean I'm not there. You gotta sense my presence even when I'm not in your eye line.
What advice would you give to me?
You want me getting tired? You drop your shoulder and you're opening yourself up. So you took your morning run from 6 miles to what? Maybe 2?
Oh, yeah, well, taking care of a toddler's a marathon in itself.
Right, but when you sacrifice your endurance, you're losing steam too early in our session. Go again.
Oh, pass. I keep on running out of excuses for all my new bruises, and they're from you, not bad guys. The streets have gone quiet since we took Dark off the board.
The organization hasn't been. Hive is still out there.
Yeah, and when they rear their head, we'll take care of them when we have to celebrate our victories. If we don't, we forget what we're fighting for.
He makes a good point.
Very good point.
Every now and then you got to celebrate your victories a little bit.
Yep.
And that's great. Oliver's one of those people that's like train. It's like, dude, let's take a second to be happy with how we did.
Yes.
Then we'll get back to the training and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like that Team Arrow training segment. That was really funny.
Yes.
It's like, what do you got for me? You're opening your shoulders low, you're opening yourself up, and you're moving a little slow.
Mm-hmm.
And then just taking everybody out. Like, Oliver's amazing. And then we got episode 18, which is entitled 1159. Andy tells John that he was approached by Malcolm about a plan to break Dark out of prison. Oliver and John foil High's plan, but it turned out to be a ruse designed to let Malcolm and his loyal assassins invade the bunker and steal Dark's idol. Malcolm delivers the idol to Dark, who finds out that it is incomplete. John reveals to Andy that he personally hid the missing piece in another location. Oliver becomes suspicious of Andy. Dark and Amar orchestrate a prison riot, and the team sets out to stop him with Andy joining him. However, when the team reaches Dark, Andy turns on them and gives Dark the missing piece to his idol. With his powers restored, Dark subdues the team and stabs Laurel before escaping with Malcolm, Andy, and tens of other inmates. Laurel later dies at the hospital. In flashbacks, Oliver and Taina help the prisoners escape and set up a bomb to bury Ryder in the tunnels. Ryder kills his two accompanying mercenaries in order to survive by the idol, because death makes them stronger.
Yep.
So, basically, now we find out that Andy is in fact a bad guy.
Yes.
That's the awkward moment because Diggle and Oliver argue the whole time. Because now Oliver's starting to become suspicious of Andy.
Yes.
And then Diggle's not listening and then realizes he's wrong as Andy turns on everybody, which is the most awkward moment in the whole entire thing.
Very awkward.
And then, of course, at the end, the shocking thing we never thought would happen, Laurel is dead.
I like her.
And here's the worst part.
She got killed by it.
Not just that. Nyssa destroyed the Lazarus Pit.
Now she can't come back.
So Laurel can't come back. Laurel is officially dead. And I guess she's now, if we do see Laurel again, it's going to be in flashbacks and shit like that.
Yep.
So I'm sure the actress that plays Laurel, don't know her name, she will probably still be part of the Arrow franchise in some capacity. But as far as her being physical and in the present, that ain't happening. Unless Nyssa can fix the Lazarus Pit and find some way to bring her back, but I doubt it. And then, of course, this drives Quentin crazy because he now realizes there's no Lazarus Pit. She's not coming back, and Quentin damn near breaks down. Which, of course, leads us to episode 19, yes. Canary Cry. As the team, including the rejoined Felicity, who finally decides to come back, mourns Laurel's death and tries to determine their next move against Dark, another woman posing as the Black Canary appears in Star City. She turns out to be a Hive prisoner named Evelyn Sharp, whom Oliver left behind after he saved his team when they were kidnapped by Dark. John, angry at being betrayed by Andy, goes after Ruve, the new mayor, but Oliver intervenes. Ruve issues arrest warrants for all vigilantes. Sharp goes after Ruve publicly, but Oliver is able to dissuade her from killing Ruve. Meanwhile, Quentin starts looking for ways to revive Laurel, but Oliver manages to dissuade him. At Laurel's funeral, Oliver reveals her as the Black Canary to preserve her image with the city. Afterwards, Oliver vows to find a way to defeat and kill Damien Dark. In flashbacks, Oliver and Laurel struggle to come to terms with Tommy Merlin's death. In the end, Oliver leaves Laurel to cope on her own and returns to Leon Yu.
Yes.
Which we all know happened when I think it was the beginning of the second season, I think it was.
Yeah, it was. Well, Felicity and Diggle convinced him to come back.
Yeah, because he felt guilty over Tommy's death because of the fact that he died in the Glades, the destruction of the Glades during the undertaking, I think it was called. Yeah. So that's one moment where we see a flashback that doesn't involve Oliver on the island.
True.
It involves the transition point between the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2.
True.
Which that was kind of cool.
Yep.
And then, of course, the whole issue with Laurel's death. And I have 2 clips from the show, from this episode. The first is Oliver speaking at Laurel's funeral. As I mentioned before, Oliver is a fantastic public speaker.
Yes, he is.
So here's the eulogy Oliver gives at Laurel's funeral.
I never thought we'd be here again. We were living for a while, and then Sarah came back to us. Our girls always come back to us, Quentin.
Yeah, maybe before my son. I'm sorry, Diane, but she's gone. She's never coming back.
Mr. Queen has requested to say a few words.
Doesn't seem right. I knew Laurel Lance for almost her entire life. She was my friend, and I loved her. Before she died, I was lucky enough to hear her tell me that she loves me too. Laurel Lance became a lawyer to help people who may have appeared helpless. She wanted to give a voice to the silent. Just being a lawyer wasn't enough. She wanted to do more for those people and for this city. She loved this city so much. By now, everyone knows that Laurel was killed in the Iron Heights prison riot. And while it's true that she was an assistant district attorney, that's not what she was doing there that night. Before she died, Laurel told me the truth. Laurel Lance was the Black Canary. And for the past few days, I have had to sit and listen to people try and paint the Black Canary as a criminal. She was not a criminal. She was a hero. She was a hero in every way that a person can be. And if Laurel were here, I know that she would expect all of us to live up to the example that she set. She'd want us to save our city.
And that right there, amazing eulogy. And it was smart because by revealing that Laurel was the Black Canary,
Yes.
it shows the Black Canary was in fact a hero.
Yes.
And it doesn't, and that way it allows both Laurel's memory and Sarah's memory, because both of them have played the Black Canary,
Yes.
to allow us to be shown everything. It allows us to be able to, respect the memory of everything, while at the same time, and Oliver was able to do it in a way that allowed it to reveal who the Black Canary was without revealing that he is the Green Arrow.
Very true.
Which is
Very true.
something that
was a really sad episode, I have to
it
say.
was. But
Laura did come out of bed, but she was upset. Then she became a vigilante. She became a good person, recovered from alcohol, and then all of a sudden she died. Pretty horrible from Damien Dark.
yes,
Damien Dark, ladies and gentlemen, is not a very nice person.
you think. But of course, after this, when the funeral's over, we see, and you'll notice throughout the episode, we've been seeing multiple flashbacks of this,
Yes.
which has been Oliver standing at a gravesite,
Yeah.
and then walking away, and then Felicity sitting in a car and saying, "You know what you have to do." But the big question we've been having is, who's in the casket? Who are they talking about? Who are we thinking about?
Yeah.
We now find out it was Laurel.
Yep.
And here's the moment where Felicity and Oliver are sitting in a limo having an awkward conversation, especially since they're not engaged to be married anymore.
Yes.
But here's still the top that happens. You're doing pretty good. Now, if you want to get a Triple H, yeah, just get them. Like I said, the Triple H or the Randy Orton. Pick whichever one.
Are you? You have to do. You have to kill that son of a bitch. I know. I don't know how. Because of his magic. It's too strong. I've seen it before. Back on the end, and it is not just magic. Darkness. And whenever I have come up against it, I have gone
She's like, you believe that? If Dark wins, we'll all die for nothing. I don't know for many reasons, and one of those reasons is that you always find a way. And you have to find a way now. For the world. For the city. For all of us.
And that right there is Felicity's motivational speech that she gives towards the end. And that's when, because Oliver's trying to figure out how to stop Damien Dark. Because he, like he said, he dealt with the same amount of power that Damien has, that Dark has, is the same thing that Ryder had when he was on the island.
Yes.
And he couldn't stop it then. So he's worried he may not be able to stop it now.
Very true. So
that's where he's stuck. But Felicity is still being that beacon of hope.
Yes.
Regardless of the fact that they're at insurmountable odds. And on that note, we are going to commence with episode 20, which is Genesis.
Episode Genesis. I'm going to try one more time.
Oh, God. Okay.
Dark returns to Hive. I'm just fact. Go ahead.
Thank God.
Shit.
Dark returns to Hive and kills 2 of the board members before renewing their plans for Genesis. Oliver and Felicity go to Hub City and meet an immortal shaman, Fortuna, who starts educating Oliver about dark magic. After a mystical ritual, Fortuna tells Oliver that the darkness inside him is too strong to channel the light. In Star City, John locates Andy, but is captured after a brief shootout. Andy puts a tracking device on him, then allows John to escape so that Dark and his team can go after John and Lila and steal Rubicon, the key to the world's nuclear weapons. Oliver manages to stop Dark by channeling the power of light, nullifying Dark's powers and forcing him to retreat. John kills Andy. Meanwhile, Thea and Alex, who is working for Ruve now, go to an unknown city for vacation. She soon realizes that the city is atypical and finds out that Alex is using Dark's mind control pills. She is subdued by Dark's operatives and the city is revealed to be under Star City. The team realizes that Dark plans to detonate nuclear weapons and build a new world over the ashes. # cult.
Not a cult, a fucking psychopath.
Well, yeah, well, that's what cults believe in. They believe in, making the world anew. That's why they have, the mass suicides with the Kool-Aid and shit.
Yeah.
They believe that if we perish when we leave this earth, we'll go to a magical place when the mothership comes for us.
And we're going to be
Deleted. Pretty much.
It's obsolete.
Yeah. They're obsolete.
Deleted.
They are obsolete.
Delete.
Delete. Delete. Delete.
Delete.
Delete.
Okay.
Delete.
Okay.
So basically what happens in this scene is that Dark. So now we realize that Oliver at first has a hard time channeling the light, but eventually he's able to, and now he realizes Dark can't be. Dark is now done.
Yes.
Because the darkness and the light contradict each other. So basically, and then John has that awkward moment where he finally kills Andy.
Yes.
Because Diggle realizes that because he realizes that if he doesn't kill Andy, his family will never be safe. And since Andy's already betrayed them, boom, takes him out. We finally see something like that where things finally go down.
Yes.
And after that, we move on to episode 21 here, which is Monument Point. Dark begins taking control of the world's nuclear missiles. The team seeks out Noah to help disable Rubicon. Dark sends Danny Brickwell and Mara to find and kill Noah, but Oliver and his team are able to rescue him. Noah agrees to help, but it requires a high-profile professor from Palmer Tech. Felicity learns that she has been fired as CEO and is unable to get the processor, forcing the team to break it and steal it. Hive locates the team when Noah hacks into Rubicon. As Hive attacks, Felicity and Noah shut down Rubicon and stop all the missiles but one, which launched and heads to Monument Point. Felicity only manages to redirect the Haven Rock, reducing the casualties to tens of thousands. Oliver and Diggle find Dark in the Star City Nexus chamber, gathering more power from the deaths caused by the explosion. Meanwhile, in the underground city, Malcolm tells Thea it is designed to protect Dark and his chosen people from the nuclear apocalypse. Lonnie attacks the city and kills Alex. In flashbacks, Ryder escapes the cave-in, but Oliver and Taina steal the idol back. The idol then begins to affect Taina. So now she's becoming possessed by the power.
Mm-hmm.
So now Felicity is now fired as the CEO.
Yes.
So that means Palmer Tech no longer belongs to Felicity.
Nope.
So now they're pretty much screwed now.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to steal everything. And you see Felicity and her father bonding over, the Rubicon, hacking. Why? Because they're amazing hackers, because they're both good computer hackers. Mm-hmm. And then during this whole thing, Felicity realizes something that, in a way, makes Donna the bad guy, if you remember. Because the whole story was that the father abandoned them, that they left them when they were younger. The truth is, they didn't. Donna left him and took Felicity with her. So the father didn't walk out on them. She walked out on him and took the kid with her, which was fucked up shit.
Yes.
And this is the thing. That's one of the main reasons why I don't want to have kids. I'm not sure I want to have kids. Because I don't know where you get this idea in the head where it's like, I'm leaving you and I'm taking the kid. And I'm like, and you think this is somehow okay? No, what man is going to let that happen? I don't know why women think I'm going to walk out of here. The kid's coming with me and he's not going to do anything about it. You live in a fucked up fantasy world. What kind of sick, demented shit is this? And people wonder why men don't want to have kids. Like, I'm gonna raise a kid, and then at one point you're gonna make a decision that I can't see him anymore. Yeah, that motivates people. That motivates me to want to be a parent. Seriously, dude, I see so much of this fucked up shit happening that I question why anyone in 2016 gets married and has kids. I question it every time. Like, how is this still a thing? It's like Bill Burr used to say about marriage before he actually caved in and got married. He used to say that, a lot of he said 50% of all marriages end in divorce. He said, if you were going to skydiving,
yes,
and you found out that 50% of the time the parachutes didn't open, would you jump out of the plane?
Nope.
Exactly. Would you jump out of the plane? That's the question he asked. He says, if the answer is yes, get married. If the answer is no, don't do it.
Okay.
That's how that would be his philosophy. So he's like, so he doesn't understand that's still a thing, and I don't either. It just drove me nuts. And I thought that was despicable on her part, especially when she lies about it. Mm-hmm. That just made me sick. But I found that irritating. But other than that, obviously the episode itself was, pretty good, especially when Felicity has to redirect a missile to another city that has less people. So it's weird because even though more people would have died if she hadn't done that, it still kind of fucks with her head. And I think that one of the things they say in season 5 is that it starts to wear on her conscience.
Yes.
Like right now, she kind of stays focused for the other 2 episodes because they got to focus. She's keeping her head in the game to take care of Damien Dark. But apparently in season 5, it's supposed to start messing with her psychologically.
Yes.
And on that note, we're going to move on to episode 22. Lost in the Flood.
Lost in the Flood.
His power grown exponentially, Dark attempts to reactivate Rubicon with the help of Felicity's former boyfriend, Cooper, and launch the remaining missiles. However, Noah, Felicity, and Curtis successfully shut down Rubicon for good. Meanwhile, Oliver and Diggle discover the underground town and track Thea's whereabouts. Malcolm uses a mind control drug on her, which makes her turn on Oliver. But Oliver manages to talk her back to reality. Just then, Machin takes over Hive's command center and threatens to destroy Dark's town. Oliver, Diggle, and Thea intercede, but the main power source gets ruptured and explodes, destroying the city. The town's evacuated and Mädchen escapes, but not before killing Ruve. Donna convinces Noah to leave and never come back. Dark decides to use Rubicon to destroy the whole Earth and shows up at Oliver's home, where Felicity, Donna, and Curtis are. In flashbacks, the idol begins to slowly corrupt Tiana, feeding her ever more power from each soldier she and Oliver kill. Oliver takes the idol and tries to talk her down, but Ryder suddenly arrives and confronts them both.
Yep.
So we see the power struggle with it internally with Tiana, as well as, Cooper coming back into play. And Felicity trying to, stop him from doing it because she realizes that that's why she's having a hard time dealing with the hacking device, because it's her hacking device that she created.
Yes.
And she knows it's indestructible. So she has to find some way to override it. And then, of course, the moment where Mädchen destroys everything.
Yes.
And kills Ruve, which, let's be honest, no sympathy there.
Nope.
Obviously, Damien is fucking pissed.
Oh, yeah.
But no one else is shedding a tear.
Nope.
None of us are anyway. So, obviously, a lot of action-packed. Please stop doing that. And then we get to the last episode. 23.
God, episode.
Schism. Weird-ass title, but it's called Schism. Dark steals the laptop, keeping him locked out of Rubicon, and launches over 15,000 nuclear missiles, giving the team 2 hours to prevent worldwide annihilation. With Star City's citizens rioting, Oliver addresses everyone directly, inspiring hope in them to stay strong, while Felicity and Curtis divert the missile aimed at Star City. Oliver goes after Dark, with Felicity, Merlin, and Thea track down Rubicon. Felicity convinces Cooper to stop helping Dark at the cost of his life. Curtis devises a means to stop the missiles. Oliver is able to nullify Dark's power with the hope he inspired throughout the city. They gave him the light. While the citizens of Star City take on Dark's remaining men, Oliver duels and kills Dark. Afterward, Thea, Diggle, and Lance, who gets fired from SCPD, leave the town for new lives, and the city council appoints Oliver as the interim mayor. In flashbacks, Oliver and Tiana manage to kill Ryder. She then convinces him to kill her when she is unable to escape the darkness within. Oliver radios Waller to the rest of the prisoners and keep the idol safe, intending to go to Russia to meet Tiana's family as he promised. Because that was another thing they didn't mention. One of the promises they each made to each other was that Oliver said that if Tiana died on the island, Oliver had to go to Russia, find her family, and tell her what happened.
Yes.
And Tiana promised if Oliver didn't make it off the island, she would go to Starling City and tell the queens what happened.
Yes.
And they made that promise. So now, they said, you can now go anywhere you want. And he said, well, obviously I want to go home.
Yes.
But first I have to go to Russia.
Yes.
Because I have a promise to keep.
Yes.
So so in season 5, we can expect a lot of flashbacks of him going to Russia.
Yes.
And chances are he's going to be telling her family what happened. There might be that awkward moment where he goes, about your son. He attacked me in the lake, and I kind of had to break his neck. Sorry. And then, of course, what happens when Oliver's going to get to Russia. There's going to be some fucked up shit that happens to him there. He's going to get attacked in Russia.
Yes.
There's going to be fights in Russia. I can predict that for season 5.
Yep.
And of course, in addition to all of this, Oliver finally, and of course, Lance gets fired from SCPD.
Yes, he does.
Because of the fact that he was in fact involved in all this, but sacrificed his career. So now they all decide to leave. Diggle's taking Lila, and they're going away. Thea's going to move on to find herself. Everything else is going on. Oliver is appointed mayor. I don't know where Felicity goes.
I don't remember either.
Felicity didn't really say anything, but Oliver becomes the interim mayor.
Yep.
Until an election can happen.
Yep.
But I doubt there's going to be one, especially with Oliver helping the city. They're probably just going to let that happen. But anyway, I have 2 clips from the last episode, and I'm going to play these before we wrap up. The first is Oliver's inspiration. This is the inspirational speech that he gave at the end of the show. Yeah. Towards the end of the show, when everybody was rioting and freaking out. Here's Oliver helping the city.
Yep.
Please. I know what you're feeling right now. I'm feeling it too. The sense of helplessness, I don't know how we even begin to process what might happen to us right now. But there are a few things that I do know. I know that this city has been through tough times before, and we have pulled through. We survived the undertaking. We survived the siege. We survived the outbreak. And somehow, some way, we will survive this. A friend of mine told me that living in Star City takes special kind of tenacity. But we still live here. Because this is our home. This is our house. It's our friends, our family, our lives. And we will not throw those precious gifts away by descending into chaos. We will look to each other for hope. We will cling to each other for strength. If we do that, no matter what happens, we can all stand here united.
Yeah. That's terrifying. And also kind of great. I think you got hit on the head harder than you realized.
No, he's right. I can't hack this system.
But if the nuke is close enough, which it is,
We could use the line of fire attack on the missile itself and disarm it. Still not getting a signal. Are you sure you're pointing that thing at the nuke?
it's pretty hard to miss.
Okay. I'm just... Whatever you changed, don't change the agenda for me.
I didn't change anything.
Nukes are designed to detonate 100 feet above their actual target. I'm uploading a GPS scoop, so it thinks it's already detonated.
Great. But, it's still here to stay for us.
Just keep pointing the IR receiver at the thingy.
You know, I have perfect confidence in you. But just in case, working with you and our team has been highlighting my professional career and my entire life. And I can't think of any better way for it to end.
Curtis, she just is talking to you, not. Okay. Oh, I gotta go.
Well, sounds to me like that's a man who could probably have a permanent position as mayor.
Yep.
I doubt anyone would beat him in a mayoral position after that.
Probably not.
Probably be tough.
Very tough.
Damn near impossible.
Impossible.
But one thing that we found out isn't impossible is killing Damien Dark.
Mm-hmm.
Which now we're going to play the last clip for you guys. Then we got one special little treat, and then we're going to wrap this show up. But here is Oliver in the final battle with Damien Dark.
You brought friends. That's okay. So did I.
Dark. We have 3 minutes to take down 15,000 nukes.
Why isn't this a simple matter of flicking off a switch?
Rubicon has safeguards. For their safeguards, I can't disarm a warhead.
Then don't.
I don't think you understand how this works.
It's not the warrior, it's the missile. If we invert the horizon, so it's for the face. Now you know how I feel. I'm going to tell you and Donna, don't worry, she's safe, but I had to come back to San my city because this Oliver Queen guy just a hell of a speech.
You two were supposed to stay as backup.
Already lost one, brother.
You two put down the ghost, you keep people safe.
What about Dark?
Dark's mine.
What are you going to do now, Oliver? Stop posturing. We both know you can't do it. You spare the life of the man who killed your own mother. Killed a friend of mine. You killed 10,000 innocent. Wade Wilson, I had a choice. Stop it.
And in that moment, the battle was over.
Battle was over.
Hell of a fight right there.
Badass.
Arrow, Damien Dark, and the entire city just rising up.
Against his little army.
Yeah.
And they were deleted.
Deleted. And of course, that was the conclusion of season 4. That's where if you're a fan of Arrow, this is where we all left off.
Yep.
Now, some of you have been waiting months for this moment to come.
Yep.
Sadly, I've only been waiting a couple weeks. And that's only because of the fact that I've been binge watching the show.
Yeah.
So I was excited like a madman because I wanted to get this all done because I wanted to be caught up. I want to see season 5, which is premiering this Wednesday on the CW.
Yep.
On CW. But before we go,
yes,
there's one special thing we want to talk about in regards to Arrow. This is an article that I've been saving for today for this moment.
Okay.
Because it's a special gift we're going to get in season 5 of Arrow.
Really?
Yes. Now, as we all know, last year,
Mm-hmm.
not this past SummerSlam, but the SummerSlam before that,
Yes.
Stephen Amell
Mhm.
made an appearance in WWE.
He did.
He faced Stardust and King Barrett, and he teamed up with Neville.
Yes.
And we all, and this is right. This was at this moment that I even knew what Arrow even was. Because I don't, like I said, I don't follow TV anymore. I don't watch a lot of TV. I have a select group of shows I really watch on TV, and it's only because of Elvis and the fact that he lets me share his Netflix account that I've even fell in love with some of the shows I'm even watching now.
Yeah.
But the one thing we did learn was that Stephen Amell came to WWE. Well, it seems that Cody Rhodes is returning the favor because in the season 5 trailer that they've aired on YouTube, Cody Rhodes is going to be in season 5 of Arrow. That's right. The CW Network has released a new extended trailer for the upcoming season of Arrow, the hit superhero show starring SummerSlam 2015 celebrity competitor Stephen Amell. Former WWE superstar Cody Rhodes will have a guest role on the upcoming season, portraying a villain out to destroy Amell's character, the Arrow. Back in July at the Heroes and Villains Fan Fest, that's how far, Stephen Amell had this to say about Cody's involvement in the upcoming season. I'm so fired up for this guy. He and I haven't really had much of a chance to talk about it, but we've been friends for a little over a year now. I know that Cody has really wanted to get into the acting business. He went to LA, he read for a part, and his deal closed yesterday. And the dude is going to be on Arrow, and I'm so fired up. And if you look real closely, there's at some point he's supposed to pop up. Like if you blink, you missed it. Let me see if I can try to find it here. Oh, there. Boom.
Oh, there he is.
Like if you blink, you miss it. Hold on. There, I got it paused. There it is right there. Cody Rhodes is like a big giant monster. He's got Arrow pinned against the wall. So Cody Rhodes at some point will be appearing in Arrow. And he even had the tweet. Season 5, Arrow, Team Rhodes, Destroy Queen. Walk up in the gym like hashtag Star City Training at CW Arrow. So obviously this is a big moment for Cody Rhodes.
Yes, it is.
In addition to the fact that he debuted at Bound for Glory, which we didn't get a chance to talk about today, but I'll be talking about Bound for Glory on Thursday. So we'll talk more about Bound for Glory then.
Yes.
Or at least I will.
Yes.
But he's also doing, some Ring of Honor shows.
Yes.
But now he's in Arrow.
Yes.
And he says he hopes that his character will be a recurring one.
Yes.
He hopes to have him come back. Because
Yes.
Cody Rhodes, and it would be great because Cody Rhodes is a hell of a talent.
Yes.
And it would be an opportunity for him to have real success outside of WWE.
Yes, it will be.
In addition to being part of now the TNA roster.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing. And I think that Cody's an incredible talent.
Yes, he is.
Obviously, Cody Rhodes asked to be released. He wasn't fired by WWE.
He wasn't happy that from what I heard.
But because he was not happy. He got tired of Stardust like we all did.
Yeah.
And he reached a point where, like, look, we did the Stardust role, and it was fun for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it.
It was weird.
I liked it when he repackaged it, the whole "Be My Hero." Like, I love that. But eventually there came a point where it's like, look, we got to stop this. We need Cody back.
Yes.
We should have had Cody back when, to fight Goldust. Because that was the match we all wanted to see. No one gave a shit about whatever else you made them do. And it was just pointless and stupid. But
Very stupid.
this Wednesday, season 5 of Arrow starts. However, I think it's going to be either episode 5 or episode 7.
Yeah.
That Cody Rhodes comes in. So he won't be on the first episode.
Okay.
But he will be. They're just saying he will be appearing this season.
Okay.
So make sure you stay tuned every Wednesday night on CW for this. And like I said, I'm going to be watching it. Zach's going to be watching it.
I will be.
We're looking forward to it.
Yep.
And it's definitely going to be a hell of a season from what we're seeing in this trailer. I'm looking forward to it because Arrow has quickly become one of my new favorite shows.
Because of who?
Because of you.
Because of who?
Because of you.
Because of who?
Because of you.
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, will wrap up this episode of the Boochcast for today. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in live. I want to thank everybody listening in the archives. I want to thank Broken Gator Ricky Ross. I want to thank Billy the Redneck for making another return.
Yep.
Glad to know their cousins, glad to know their buddies. And glad we gave him to just sit back and give him a chance to chat.
It was entertaining as hell.
Yes. And Zach, thank you so much, man, for being on the show, brother.
Yes.
This is your last day here.
Yes. I need my Mondays back. I'm gonna.
You've done a hell of a job. And trust me, in a few months from now, when this season of Arrow comes to an end, I look forward to having you back in this chair so we can talk about Arrow again.
You never know. I could be back sometime soon, but not anytime soon.
We don't have a guarantee. I can't guarantee that. The only guarantee that I can make is that when Arrow airs its season finale, you're going to be here that following Monday.
Yes.
We'll have you in here, and we'll talk about season 5 of Arrow. But in the meantime, in between time, we'll be watching the show, and maybe I'll make an appearance. I don't know. But so Zach, ladies and gentlemen, is done.
Yes,
I will be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. West Coast time. Another fun-filled, action-packed episode of the Boochcast. I'm going to be recapping Monday Night Raw.
This is going to be an interesting one.
The Raw tonight. I'm going to be recapping it. Also, Bound for Glory, since we didn't get to it today, I'm going to recap it on Thursday where I'll have more time because I'm still working on Sonic the Hedgehog and I'm still working on Gotham. So whichever one I finish first, that's the one I'm going to focus on. So until next time, this is Vinny and Zach saying keep on living life and take care. This has been the Boochcast.
Yep.
We'll talk to you guys tomorrow right here on Blog Talk Radio and on YouTube. And Zach, I have one quick question before we go. Are you familiar with The Man Show?
Mm-hmm.
With Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the little toast they do at the end?
Yes.
I think since we both got sodas, both got koozies, what do you say one time?
Okay.
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy, oi oi oi. Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy, oi oi oi. Ziggy zaggy, oi oi oi. And now, no girls jumping on trampolines. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.